The moment we've all been waiting for. It's the final of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Qualifier 2019. Bangladesh, the much fancied Bangladesh, they're taking on Thailand. The surprise package of this tournament. The sun is shining. Absolutely cracking day here. And listen to this wonderful reception for both sides. Well, alongside me, I have a former Irish international, Isabel Joyce, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how both these teams approach this. All the pressure on Bangladesh for me. They're the team that come in with the most experience, the pedigree. Thailand, the upstarts, the youngsters, the ones that no one thought would get here. They've been absolutely brilliant. So a really good matchup, one for the spectators.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous scene. You've been busy all morning, Isabel. You're outside for the coin toss a little while ago. Let's see what happened with the toss.
Hello and welcome to Forfeiture Cricket Club in Scotland for the final of the ICC T20 Women's World Cup Qualifier 2019. I have the captains of Bangladesh, Salma Khatun, the captain of Thailand, Sornarin Tipoch, and third umpire Kim Cotton to conduct the toss.
Tail.
Tails was cool. That's it. That's it.
I like to bat first. Okay.
Come and join me, Salma. So, your first win with a toss?
Yes.
You must be delighted you're batting first.
Yes, batting first. I like to bat. I think his wicket is good. There is good. This I am calling for bat.
Okay, and what do you think a power score is on this wicket?
I think a score is 130-35. Then reachable.
Okay, and any changes to your team?
One changes. Aisha is out and Cobra in.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sornarin.
Yeah.
You lost the toss and you're bowling. Were you happy with that?
Yeah, we must to keep it going on and we'll bowl well. Yes,
okay,
today.
and bowling is kind of your stronger suit, so will that be good to get out in the field? And
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay, and what are you going to try and keep Bangladesh under?
We want to keep them low in 100 runs.
Okay,
Yeah.
and any changes to your team?
No, we go to the best team.
Okay, well, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's it from the toss.
Well, the noose in the middle. Bangladesh skipper Salma Khatun winning the toss, electing to have a bat first. No surprises there. A really good pitch to play on today. Sun is shining. Final. Get runs on the board. Here's the squads. Isabel, talk us through the Bangladesh and Thailand sides.
Well, Ayesha Rahman goes out of the team. She usually opens the batting for Bangladesh, so we might see Sanjida Islam going back up the top after her pyrotechnics last game. She'll be joined by Murshida Khatun. She's done well, the left-hander, since coming in. And then the engine room, we've got Nigar Sultana Jati and Fargana Hug Pinky. They'll be doing the most of the work for Bangladesh. And Thailand, their stronger suit is bowling, led really well by Sornarin Tipoch, the off-spinner. They've got the highest wicket taker in Chanida Siturang, her in-swing taking 12 wickets so far. And then there's my favourite, Suli Pornleami, little leg spinner, bowls nice and flat, gets a bit of turn.
Yep, should be a wonderful contest between bat and ball. Wonderful scenes here at Forfeiture Cricket Club. A bit of local tradition. Stunning to see this. Wonderful for both sides to experience this bit of Scottish culture. We take it all in and enjoy the moments. The big one, the final. That's what these sides have been preparing for. Bangladesh have been favourites throughout the tournament. They've played well all tournament, truth be told. Thailand have been excellent. Both these sides will progress to Australia, progressing to the World Cup itself, 21st of February. Played in Perth, Canberra, Sydney and Melbourne, culminating in a final on International Women's Day on the 8th of March.
Bit of last-minute preparations for the Thailand fielders. Their coach putting them through their paces, making sure that they don't miss a beat. But this is the matchup I want to see. The Bangladesh batters against the Thailand bowlers.
Yeah, final preparations The coach is having a little bit of batting practice himself for when he goes home, but it's a wonderful contest. You're right. Bangladesh batting very strong, Thailand bowling very strong, so it should be an equally fought contest. We've had a cracking day so far. Ireland winning the third, fourth place playoff fairly comfortably over PNG to finish their campaign with a win. Both these sides have done all the hard work. Today is about enjoying the moment, enjoying a final, and showing the world exactly what you can do.
Yeah, and it looks like that wicket you see in the centre of your screen is a cracker. I'm looking forward to seeing a high-scoring match. It's been a difficult week with the weather. Groundsman doing a brilliant job of getting all the teams out there. Not a game missed. We only had one game played on a rest day, so they've done a fantastic job. But the wickets have been a little bit slow, a little bit low. But this one looks like there could be a lot of runs in it. So Bangladesh, they are a strong batting unit. They haven't really broken the shackles yet this tournament. This will be where they want to set their stall out. They can play with freedom because they're already on that plane. Now they got to show what they can do in a final, and they've been there twice before. Won one, lost one in the qualifiers like this before. Lost the first one in 2015 against Ireland. They won the last one last year in the Netherlands against the same opposition. Now they've got new opposition in Thailand, so they'll be playing with freedom and wanting to show what they can do.
Yep, Thailand, the new story of international cricket, come a long way in such a short space of time. Can they go one step further today and upset the apple cart and take down Bangladesh, who are a fabulous team themselves? They've played wonderful cricket for a long time. This should be a cracking fixture. There's a good crowd forming. Always as Bangladesh play cricket, they always get a good following. Very vocal. And they've got a decent weather today.
Yeah, Jahanara Alam in the centre there. She's a fantastic seam bowler, and she'll be delighted to see a wicket with a bit of pace in it. She's the quickest bowler in this tournament. Had a really good game against Ireland last night. Really good plans. She executed really well. But she'll have to wait for her turn. It's Thailand who'll take the field first. And Nataya, that you can see there, she'll open the bowling with the opening bowler, Janida Sitarang. Between them, they've accounted for a large number of the wickets their team has taken in the week as a whole.
Well, final words from captain and coach. Go and enjoy yourselves. You've done all the hard work, prepared for a long time to get to this position. Now it's a case of enjoying yourselves. Favourites, they've got the favourites tag. Bangladesh over Thailand. Sometimes it's a post that doesn't sit well with sides like Bangladesh being favourites, but they wear it well. They're up against a talented, energetic Thailand side with plenty of variation with the ball. Just last little instructions from the coach and captain. Just go out and stick to the basics. Play good cricket shots, strong shots with the bat. Prepare well. Keep wickets in hand for the last 5 or 6 overs. Here we go! Soak up the atmosphere.
The umpires, Jacqueline Williams and Claire Polisak, enjoying their guard of honour out onto the field. It's a big occasion for them as well, of course. Always good to be chosen to umpire in a final. And there go Thailand. They always play cricket with a smile on their faces, a joy to watch, and no doubt winning over many, many supporters around the world that are watching this game.
Yeah, we're nearly ready to go, folks. It's been a wonderful 10 days or so here in Forfarshire Cricket Club. We've all been looked after so well. Bangladesh openers out on the field. Wonderful welcome to both sides. And the umpires, a wonderful traditional pipe band playing some wonderful tunes and enjoyed by the crowd here, and a good crowd forming at Forfarshire Cricket Club. Back where she belongs, up the top of the order. Had an innings down the middle order last game. Back up top, we're accustomed to seeing her opening up with no helmet, cap on. Good technician at the top of the order.
Yeah, we're also accustomed to this opening bowler, Chanida Sitarang. She's had a fantastic tournament. Nearly always takes one with her first over. Sanjita Islam takes guard.
Yep, Sanjita dropped down the order last game but played well. Found some much needed form, so back up top of the order. Very classy right-handed batter. A lot of strokes. Will enjoy this pitch. A bit more pace in it. Chinita, the lethal weapon for this Thailand bowling attack. Generally bowls little in-swingers. Attacks the stumps. You're always wary about the LB and bowl when facing Chinita. Today should be no different.
Yeah, she's got brilliant movement early on in every game that she's played in, and that's accounted for all of her wickets really. A couple of caught, but mostly you'll see her knock those stumps over. She'll come up against it against Sanjita Islam though, very strong down the ground. Like you said, Niall, she'll like this wicket. It'll suit her coming down, playing straight over the top. Likes to go leg side as well, so that bit of movement in will suit her as long as she doesn't perish going across the line.
Right, it's time for action. The final, Trinita to Sanjita. Right on the money. Right on the money. Back of a length ball. Normally see her ball full of a length. That was back of a length. A little bit of movement back into Sanjita Islam. This is the matchup we want to see. Trinita bowling to Sanjita. Top quality bowler, top quality bat.
Yeah, obviously watched the game earlier. Knows there's a bit of bounce in this pitch. We haven't seen much of it this week, but this wicket looks lively. Something in it for the bowlers, also something in it for the batters.
Short of a length, pulled away, smashed away. A stroke of real authority. 2 balls in. Sanjita says, I like the look of this pitch. I like the look of this bowler.
Yeah, too short. Much too short for Chanita Sichuruang. She's going to have to get the ball up further up the pitch. She keeps bowling that length, she'll keep going that way. There's only 3 fielders on the leg side. This one just missing mid-wicket. Slightly lucky as the Thailand fielders are lightning that fielder mid-wicket, moving square, hoping for another opportunity for a catch.
Full toss. That's going to be a no ball, I'm sure of it. Pulled away. Sanjita want to get back on strike for this free hit. Oh, great start here for Bangladesh. A nervy start from Thailand.
Not used to going for a boundary in her first over, Chanita. A little bit of nerves creeping in. Thailand haven't been in this final before, and now she's going to have to bowl for a free hit. I think this is going to sail over mid-wicket if Sanjita Islam has anything to do with it.
Well, I haven't seen her bowl a ball like that all tournament. Final, nerves up against top quality opposition. Amazing what the nerves and the mental side of the game can do to you. Here we go, free hit. Leg side, got away with it. Got away with it, Chanita. Needs to settle into her spell here quickly.
Yeah, not a bad option, but I'm not sure that was what she was going for. Yorker kind of on leg stump, and Sanjita Islam will be kicking herself. She could have just helped that on her way, and it's a change in the field. We're used to seeing 6 in the ring on the offside for the Thai team at the start, but they've put in a square leg, give her a bit of extra protection.
Leg side wide. Well, this is nerves. That's all it is. Isabel, you've been out there in these high-pressure games. As a captain, what are you saying to your bowler here?
I'm saying run in and hit the deck. She's just started running in a bit slower here, Chanita. And then you start just hoping that the ball lands in the right area. You're kind of just putting the ball down there, hoping that it comes off. You need to just back yourself. Think about the last 4 games. Go back to your processes.
Well bowled, better. A nice stroke all the same by Sanjita. It's a good start here by Bangladesh. They look really up for this. They'll want to win this tournament. They want to go to Australia as tournament champions. Hard work has been done by both sides, of course, getting to the final, getting to the World Cup itself, but always nice to get a gold medal on your way home.
Short. Pulled away again, but that extra fielder manages to cut it down to 1. Yeah, big deal for Bangladesh coming top in this group. I was speaking to the Bangladesh manager, Jared Omer, former international for Bangladesh, and he was saying it's really important for them to win this because where they rank has a big bearing on how much support they get from their governing board, which is only too right. If they come second, then they get less support, they get less facilities, less coaching, so every game for them has a big onus on it. They're used to playing under a lot of pressure, and that will stand to them in this final.
Yeah, rightly so. The higher you get, the more rewards you should get. Rashida Khatun on strike, left-hander, slip in place. Slip will always be in the game for Trinidad against a left-hander. Ball just pushing across. Just like that. A little bit of away drift. It's a good finish, but it's a pretty good start here for Bangladesh. 1 over ball, 9 for no loss.
Well, they survived the first over without losing a wicket, Bangladesh. And that's a sight that Thailand are not used to seeing. But they'll turn to their canny off spinner, Nataya Buchatham. Say, right, get us a wicket. Get us in the wickets column. And that's the batting so far. 2 extras. Sanjida Islam's look good. She's had a bit of loose stuff to deal with, so she's been lucky, but she's made the most of it.
Yeah, off spinner. Bowling to a right-hander. Got a slip in place. Got a long on and a deep mid-wicket. So the sweep is on. No protection on the deep square leg boundary. Plenty of players in front of the bat on the offside. Nataya's a good bowler. Cut away. That's a good shot. That's a really, really good shot. Execution superb. It was a little bit short, a little bit wide, but put away with aplomb.
And that's the kind of ball that would have been a dot on previous occasions on this wicket, but you get really good reward for strong shots on this deck. A little bit short here, gets in a good position and just places it. Doesn't try to overhit it, Sanjida Islam. Make sure she gets it in the gap, and that quicker outfield is paying dividends.
Well, we spoke in the semi-final how Bangladesh, if they got on a better wicket with a bit more pace, their batters would enjoy it. And on the flip side of that, you mentioned how Thailand might struggle on a slightly flatter, harder pitch. So interesting to see how this game transpires.
Yeah, I just wonder if they have it in their armoury to change up their pace quite as much. They don't get as much turn as the Bangladesh spinners. So they're used to playing on slower wickets where you just put it in the right area, field really well, and you can keep the total down. So really good test for them here.
On the slog sweep, fine square leg. It's not a bad option though from Sanjida. As I mentioned, the sweepers are long on and deep mid wicket. If that ball beats square leg, you get full value. Straight away, Nataya under pressure. Thailand on the back foot. Bangladesh winning the toss, electing to bat first. Short of a length. Straight. Good line. The line was the key. Sanjida wanted to work at leg side, but didn't want to work across the ball too much, exposing herself to an LB.
Yeah, it just looks like she doesn't want to give her wicket away here, Sanjida. She sees a big innings in it for her. So giving herself a bit of time to take a look. Dances down, a beautiful shot over extra cover, but that one plugs a little bit. It'll only be 2, but good signs from Sanjida. That's an area of strength for her. Lovely shot.
Yeah, cracking shot. Only went for 2. It's 2 overs bowled, 15 for no loss. Only went for 2 runs that shot, but probably a better shot than some of her boundaries so far. Good use of the feet. only for the fact that the outfield's slightly slow, slightly soft. The ball didn't trickle away to the fence, but so far so good. Scoring was fairly easy for Ireland in the third, fourth place playoff earlier on. They chased down the score of 86 in the 12th over, so wicket obviously better for batting. Oh, amazing what a bit of sunshine does to a pitch on the batting lineup.
So Chinita coming back for her second over. Good length slashed away, and it's through. That's really well struck by Murshida Khatun. She jogs down nice and slowly, taps her bat in. She looks pleased with that. She's going to have to be very tight to the stumps, Chinita. That's the area that Murshida likes. She wants to free her hands. Not that great straight. Really good square of the wicket.
Yeah, all left-handers like a bit of width. That was absolutely smashed. Bit of a misfield potentially, but great connection. Great follow through. Playing a miss. Better line and length. Batter trying to go a little bit too square. Murshida Khatun. A little bit of nibble away from the bat.
Yeah, she needs to stay on that length. Sutarang. Don't give her the opportunity to kind of lean back on her back foot. Bring that slip into play.
Well, I wonder how long it will be before that slip is taken out. Thailand under pressure here. Full toss wide. Well, this is loose. This is something we haven't seen all tournament, and it's pressure. That's all that is.
You can only learn how to play under pressure when you're put under pressure. So, big learning curve on the cards here for Thailand. Of course, they're on the plane to Australia in February. They'll face a huge amount of pressure in every single match there. They'll be the lowest ranked team, least experienced, on good decks in Australia. So, this experience will stand to them, but they won't be thinking about that now. They'll be thinking, we want a wicket.
Yeah, fabulous. 6 months ahead, I suppose, for these two sides. There'll be a lot of training camps and preparation and planning. Chance to play in beautiful places. Perth, Canberra, Sydney, and then the final in Melbourne. What a wonderful time to be a cricketer for Thailand and Bangladesh. Fabulous, fabulous 6 months ahead. The road to the World Cup and memories that will last a lifetime, no doubt.
Much better from Chinita Sutarang. She needs to find some consistency here, though. Her team looked to her in the bowling innings. She's their strike bowler. They need her to stand up in this final.
Well, I mentioned the previous game. I think Chinita, as good a bowler as she is to right-handers, left-handers gives it a little bit too much width. I would like to see her bowl round the wicket to left-handers, angle the ball in. Her natural movement will take the ball away. So right on round, it might be something for her to work on over the next couple of months. Playing a miss, lack of bounce, sneaking under the bat. I just think if you bowl right arm round the wicket, angle that ball into the off stump, and just your natural variation will take it away from the bat, not allowing the batter to free their arms as they have done this innings so far.
Yeah, it just takes out a few modes of dismissal, doesn't it? Not worried about getting bowled, happy. She's happy to have a good swing at it and free the arms.
Nicely played. Well, they've already changed the field numerous times, and that's a bit of a headache for the Thailand captain. 3 overs bowled, 21 for no loss. When you're planning for a World Cup and you know you're going to be there competing on the world stage, how much sacrifices do women's cricketers have to take and make to commit and be in a position when you go to the tournament you know you're well prepared?
Well, it depends on the situation you're in. These two teams are full-time, so Thailand play a huge amount of cricket, do lots of training out in the middle, and Bangladesh have been full-time for a good while, so it's like a different situation to when I was playing myself. You have to gym before work, train after work, a bit tired from working all day or at the weekend. If you're a student or in school, it's the same kind of story. So they're lucky in a way. Obviously a lot more pressure, on them as well, because they're earning their living from it, but it gives you a bit of a better chance to account yourself well. So
Natalia continuing right on over the wicket. And the tournament itself, the World Cup itself, who would be going in as favourites? Obviously Australia on their home soil must be clear favourites. They've just whitewashed England in the Ashes recently.
Yeah, what I was just going to say, they're looking a formidable force there in the West Indies at the moment, and they're running riot. Well bowled from Bouchatham, really full, not giving Khatun any room to free her hands. Yep, they're playing fantastically. Meg Lanning's been suffering with a few injuries over the last few years. She looks fit, ready to go. Elise Perry is running on all cylinders. It's really competitive getting into their team. They've got a number of players waiting in the wings, so played down the ground. That's really well played from Khatun, but long on comes around and a misfield. That's the last thing Thailand needed. I was wondering, would she make sure, get down, maybe long barrier, bit of a dive, but no, that one sneaks through. That's a bonus for Bangladesh.
That's a Brucey through the legs. Should have been a couple, ends up being 4 bonus runs. Not what you want if you're a Thailand bowler or captain. Well, you mentioned Meg Lanning recently broke the T20 international run scoring record in the Ashes. She scored 120, beating, I'll come back to that 1 second, beating Callas from the Netherlands. 126 versus Germany. Meg Lanning broke that record recently with a wonderful 100 in the Ashes.
Yeah, slightly different opposition, not taking away from Germany. This is the disappointing piece of fielding down at long off. Long on coming around. Should have been an easy gather, but just doesn't get her hands down in time. So a sweep, it's gone fine. And that one will race away. Just offline Bouchatham. That's an unusual sight to see from her. She's usually right on the money. It's a disappointing over from her. She's bowled 2. Bangladesh 30 for naught.
Well, this is wonderful batting. 1 ball remaining, the 4th over. And Thailand at the moment at 6s and 7s. Bangladesh winning the toss. Confident, we'll bat first. We want to put runs on the board. We've got a good bowling attack. We'll see what Thailand have got second innings. But at the moment, Thailand got no answers with the ball. Wide. Didn't bounce much, and Sanjidis gets half a bat in it. A dot ball to finish, but another good over for Bangladesh. 4 overs gone, 30 for no loss. Yes, so Australia will be obviously favourites, and you'll have teams like England, I suppose, New Zealand. West Indies are a powerhouse now, and India, of course.
Yeah, England, of course, going to have a change in their management team, but it's India that I want to see at that World Cup. They're such an exciting talent. That's the story so far for Bangladesh. Sanjida Islam continuing on her good run of form. She's 17 from 14, well aided by Murshida Khatun, 10 from 11. Yeah, India, such a talented country, brilliant at cricket, and they've got some absolute stars coming through. They're probably the most exciting batting lineup, but Australia the most consistent.
Pulled away leg side. There's no one out in the deep boundary. Shouldn't get there. Just hauled in just before the rope. Another couple to Murshida Khatun. Yeah, Australia playing currently in the West Indies. Healy got a pretty decent score, I think, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, Elisa Healy.
Well, she doesn't seem to ever miss out, does she, these days?
Well, I think go back 24 months, probably wasn't scoring half as many runs as she is now. So obviously put the hard yards in. Face of Mitchell Stark in the back garden will always help.
Oh, that's a beautifully played, but not hit well enough. And that's a shot we wouldn't have seen the last few days, playing straight down the ground. Not enough pace on the ball. Yeah, they've shown a lot of faith in Alyssa Healy. Lots of other options that Australia could have gone to, but they've stuck with the wicketkeeper batter. And she's someone who you just cannot get anything wrong to. Tiny bit too short, you disappear over square leg. Tiny bit too full, you watch it go straight back over your head. So a really impressive talent, and one I won't miss bowling to.
Well, she's always a very good wicketkeeper, but her batting has come on twofold the last, I would say, 2 years or so. So good to see hard work being repaid. A lot of hard work needed here by Thailand. Full toss, pulled away, straight to mid-on. Missed out. Rashida Khatun, that could have been hit into the indoor centre.
Yeah, I think across the line's the wrong option for the left-hander. Lots of swing still, even though it was a full toss from Chanita. Go over extra cover. Go with the swing. Against the swing is when you get yourself into trouble. And I'm surprised that they've given her her third over here, Chanita. She's not been bowling well. Why not give her a rest, bring her back later on with a couple of right-handers in, see what she can do.
That's better. That's really, really good. That's pitching middle and leg, nipping away and just not far away from the edge. The captain's kept the slip in. Even though they're on the back foot, they need a wicket. They need a couple of poles here. And Chanita bowling her third over. They're going for broke.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good option. You know, when she's going for runs, it's from a poor ball. You can't put fielders in for poor balls anyway, so why not keep that slip in and take the chance if and when it comes.
In the air, smashed, crash, bang, wallop. Raining boundaries at Forfarshire.
Well, I really like this from Bangladesh. If you want to put a team on the back foot, you take on their best bowler. If you take on their best bowler and they go for runs, the whole team doesn't know what to do. They just look like they're reeling a little bit right now, Thailand. They need someone to come on and take the game on. What bowler can they turn to next? Who's going to take up the mantle and be the match winner here for Thailand?
Oh, it's a cracking ball to finish. It's a cracking ball to finish, but another good over for Bangladesh. Chanita, she's been torn to shreds. 3 overs, she's bowled for 21. Bangladesh 36 without loss and going nicely. 5 overs bowled, so they've still got 1 in the power play. Haven't lost a wicket. Everything seems to be flying off the middle of the bat.
That's really well played. Just clubbed straight down the ground. That's an even better shot than you might think because it's short of a length, that ball. Difficult to tell where it's gonna, how high it's gonna bounce. So she stepped, waited, and hit it really beautifully to miss the fielder. And I said, what bowler is gonna come on? And of course, the skipper turns to no one but herself. I'm gonna do it for my team. Really respect that from a skipper.
Yeah, lovely bowler. Tipoch. Been there all the way through the Thailand cricketing journey. Fabulous player. Short. Swatted away. There is protection in the deep. Nicely cleaned up in the deep. Wongpaka. Yeah, she's been there pretty much all through the journey for Thailand cricket. Wonderful to see. They play a lot of T20 cricket, Thailand. An awful lot of cricket. Very experienced at this level.
Yeah, it's a good option. Get really good on one type of cricket, you know. It's very difficult doing 50 over, 20 over, 4-day cricket. Why not just become really good at one before you move on? Get more people into the game and then start growing your 50 over game once you get those numbers up. Get a bit of success in this short form of the game.
Pulled away leg side again. Good batting. So you think that was Thailand's plan, or is that just the way maybe things developed?
Well, I think it's their plan, but also it's the easiest way to get along. There's 10 teams in the 20 over World Cup, only 8 in the 50. So much bigger chance for up and coming nations to get ahead in T20. It's probably the blueprint. Well bowled from Tipoch. Probably the blueprint for anyone coming up. Focus on T20. Shorter form of the game, you never know what might happen. The longer the game, the more the class kind of comes through.
Drop a run. And you're obviously involved in Ireland in a lot of coaching, underage, and you've been involved in Cricket Ireland and played for a long time. Do you see the youngsters preferring one discipline to another, T20, 50 over, longer format? Is there a preference?
Swatted to the leg side again. Yeah, you'll rarely find anyone who prefers 50 over to 20 over. Possibly an opening batter. They might want the longer time at the crease, but by and large, T20 is the format that the girls and the women like better. Played in the evenings, doesn't take up the whole day at the weekend, and you can you see yourself getting more of an opportunity in T20 cricket.
Well, that's quite interesting. Drop a run. No, it's interesting to hear that. Someone who's on the shop floor, as it were. Well, the power play done and dusted. It's been a good one for Bangladesh, winning the toss, selecting to bat first. They've cantered along, 40 without loss, and in a good position now to put the foot down and accelerate through the middle period of the game and middle passage of the game and set themselves up for a final flurry in that last 4 or 5 overs. You would think now at this stage, a good wicket, outfield's quicker, sun is out, better batting conditions. It's something in the region of 120 today might be a good score.
Yeah, well, at the toss, the skipper said, I want 135 plus, and I reckon that's actually gettable here for Bangladesh. They'll set about their work now. Field will spread. Any good balls, they'll be trying to get singles, and the bad balls will go. So before you know it, this kind of period between 7 and 13 overs, they'll be accumulating as Suli Pornleami, the diminutive leg spinner, comes on to bowl her first over.
Well, she got right hand and left hand to deal with, so some options for Bangladesh to use their feet, use the crease. Tossed up. She's around the wicket to the left-hander, Rashida Khatun. Never easy. Wrist spinner bowling left hand, right hand combinations. Field's got to change. You've got to be really wary of where you're delivering the ball, where you're releasing, which variation. Maybe they've only googly, or maybe the one that goes straight on.
Well played. She's eyeing up that long on fielder. I'm going to milk as many singles as possible with the spin. Khatun.
Well, don't blame her. Left-hander facing a leg spinner. You're normally looking at deep mid-wicket, cow corner. Sanjida Islam likes to hang back and try and capitalise on anything short. It might present an opportunity for the leggy to just back of length slide one on. Maybe get LB or bowled in the game.
Short. An appeal, but that was always going down leg. So Jacqueline Williams, the standing umpire at the Nursery Road end, signals a leg by. Not too much of a decision for her to make on that occasion.
No sliding down. No turn. Hasn't been much turn all tournament. A little bit of spin. Generally when the ground's been slightly damp, just sticking in the pitch. Tossed up. Nice throw. Good support in the field. And Thailand have been a little bit off the ball so far in the field. They need to support the bowlers and grab any half chance.
Long off goes back. Short. And play past extra cover. She just misread that one, Tipoch. Allows the ball to go past her right. She thought that was going to go straighter. So, missed out there. But this is a good start for Suli Pornleami.
I suppose for Thailand getting to the final, reaching the World Cup proper, they've probably mission accomplished for them. You would think Bangladesh obviously want to win this tournament outright for the reasons you mentioned earlier on. Short of a length, pulled away. Nicely played. Should just be one. Good pickup. Yeah, for Thailand, reaching the World Cup itself as well, that's their job done, you think?
Yeah, 7 overs gone. 45 for naught. Yeah, it is job done. And that's why I thought they'd play with freedom in this game. But Bangladesh have been too good in this first 7 overs. You'd have to say they're winning as far as the start of the game goes. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Ian Leggett.
Well, 45 for no loss. Bangladesh going along really nicely. Winning the toss, electing to bat under the glorious Scottish sun. Cracking wicket we have here at Forfarshire Cricket Club. A very happy camp there. Bangladesh have played well all tournament. One more bit of hard work to be done to claim the trophy and go home back to Dhaka, Chittagong or Khulna or Sylhet, wherever they may reside as winners. Change of bowling. Anicha's going to have a bowl from the pavilion end, off spinner, has had a decent campaign. Not a huge turn of the ball, but very accurate, as I'm joined by Ian Leggett.
Well, just a quick single there, and that's what they've been doing all game. It's been all Bangladesh so far. Score moves on to 47 for no loss in this 8th over. Been thoroughly impressed with the way Bangladesh have attacked this game so far. A little pre-match chatting about, you know, what achievement this is for Thailand to be here, but they have they're not short of their desire and passion to lift that trophy at the end of this tournament. It's one thing getting to the World Cup, it's another big statement of intent, announcing yourself as champions.
Down the wicket. Good flurry of the bat by Sanjida Islam. Hit it nicely. Straight to the field. Partnership 46. Good run rate, 6.27. They'll look to up that over the next 5 or 6, and then wickets in hand for the last 4 and 5. Very well positioned here. Flatter took leg side, half an appeal, stifled appeal, through for the single. Yeah, they're a little bit off the ball here, Thailand. A little bit circumspect, a little bit nervy, and that's understandable. Playing in a game of this magnitude against a very strong side like Bangladesh.
Yeah, just look at the extra count on the bottom of your screen there. 3 no balls and 2 wides. We just saw PNG feel the pressure and succumb to the pressure against Ireland. And the extra count was something that really faltered them right at the start of the run chase.
Flighted, hit high in the air, in the gap, but it just plugs. It should come back for 2, and they will do. It's a good stroke though by Mashida Khatun. It was a flighted ball by Anicha. The left-hander's not going to die wondering. Committed to the stroke nicely. Placement was good.
One away from the 50 partnership here. This has been some of the most impressive batting we've seen all tournament. Kind of wonder where this has been in the Bangladesh locker. They seem under par compared to what they're performing right now.
Yeah, we said the same thing about the Irish batting lineup. Pressure was off today and they played superbly well. Bangladesh have been good all tournament. The batting maybe hasn't fired as they would like, but the bowlers have got them out of jail time and time again. 49 for no loss here. Sitting pretty. Tossed up on the slug sweep again. It's in the gap. They should get 2. They will get 2, and that'll bring up to 50. 51 for no loss. Warm applause on the sidelines. Wonderful, wonderful starter. 8 overs bowled, 51 for no loss.
A fantastic start by Bangladesh in a game that, well, we just think back to 2 days ago, the wonderful scenes as Thailand made their way to this final and onto the World Cup, and from that, a fantastic response all over the world and the world of cricket, through social media and through the news websites. How impressive Sanjida Islam, what a wonderful knock we've seen so far. But I'll tell you, one thing that's come out of this has been there's been some wonderful writing, some wonderful articles telling the story of Thailand cricket. Just let this ball be played.
Clever. Very clever. Sanjida Islam. She looks a class act to me. She's got a wonderful technique. Small in stature like a lot of classy Bangladesh bats down the years. But very elegant, very easy on the eye, stroke maker. Hits the ball through the V. Generally very nice and straight with the bat. Well, yeah, there's some wonderful stories. Wonderful to hear all the history and the journey really that they've been on.
Yeah, and just a little misfield there, and well, that seems to be the story of the morning here for Thailand. Normally so tight in the field, something that's been so impressive has been their dynamism, their enthusiasm in the field. Well, Sanjida Islam hasn't put a foot wrong so far. 20 from 22 deliveries.
Leg side. Full toss, sliding down leg. Sanjita missed out on an absolute gimme there. Yeah. Cannot believe it. Full toss, leg stump. Help yourself.
Well, they'll be looking right now to put on that 130 plus score. They must from this position, surely. And a good stroke forwards, and it's just slipped past the fielder there. They're going to have another easy run in. 54 for no loss now. Making this look simple. They are making this look simple, Bangladesh.
Yeah, well, simple. Cricket is a simple game. It's us players who complicate it time and time again. They've got the ball, you've got the bat. Your job is to hit the ball where there's no fielders, and that's what Bangladesh is doing at the moment. Playing very well, very clever. Short, cut away, good fielding at backward point. Excellent support for the bowler. Rashida Khatun missed out there, seeing the ball so well. Got one short and wide, exactly where you want it as a lefty. Left-handers love a cut shot. Finds backward point. Missed out on a couple of freebies this over here, Bangladesh. Leg side, just missing leg. Well, that's a good over by Silly Porn. Very good over. She's bowled 2 overs for 7. Just trying to curtail these openers a little bit. Last couple of overs, runs have dried up ever so slightly. 9 overs bowled, 54 for no loss. Nothing in the wickets column as of yet for Thailand. Good partnership. Plenty of batting to come.
Yeah, wonderful start from Bangladesh. Well, one of the stories that came out was from this Thailand tale was actually when they played their the first ever match in July in 2007. Only 2 of the current squad members were in it. The captain Tipoch and also Conchaponchu, which is pardon me, Bucharafam, which is wonderful. And yeah, they bowled out for 40 that day. Think of them now, going to the World Cup so many years later. Wonderful.
Well, 40 might have won you a game or two at this tournament early on in the week. Wicket was difficult for batting on. Some of the bowling's been high class, some of the fielding superb, but yeah, they've come a long way. Run rate's dropped below 6 for the first time all innings pretty much. So Bangladesh, a bit of work to be done. Get a bit of energy back into their stroke play. Slug sweep. What a shot! All the way for half a dozen.
Oh, one of the best shots of the tournament there. A slog sweep, easy as you like it. Played with such force and aggression. Wonderful batting from Sajida Islam.
Well, she likes the sweep shot. Generally plays through the V, and then if you give her a chance to sweep and slog sweep, she's all over you. Absolute crackerjack. Outside the line of off stump, flat, hard. Fielder for half a second, thought she was in the game. Half a dozen. Thanks very much. Drop and run. Clever cricket. Really, really good. Early call by Sanjita. Mashida was through in a flash.
Well, that's being met with warm praise, not just from the Bangladesh coaching line up there, but in their team, but also just the fans around the ground here. That's just smart cricket. Almost half a run-out opportunity. You think maybe just a full-on hard throw at the stumps could have done it, but really good cricket.
Under pressure, Thailand. 61 for no loss, Bangladesh. Going along really well. Onicha under the cosh. Swept hard. Swept really, really well. One-way traffic here at the moment, and it's all Bangladesh.
From a slog sweep to a beautiful sweep for 4. That is absolutely outstanding batting. Gorgeous, look at that. And suddenly, a couple of bounces and it's run away to the boundary, making it look so easy. And each is having a really hard time right now in this over.
Well, she off-spinner bowling over the wicket, pitching everything outside leg, so it's a free hit, really, for Rashida Khatun. She doesn't miss out. Connection absolutely fantastic. Watch the ball right onto the middle of her bat. Width. cut away. Oh, that's clever. It's really, really clever. It's just top-class batting. You're making the bowler bowl to exactly where you want it. You're not missing out on bad balls. It's just one-way traffic here. Thailand needs something. They need something quickly.
Yeah, I think we really are seeing the impact of just a faster wicket, a harder wicket. They've been so slow, and because of the moisture, the ball's just been kind of sticking in a little bit longer, but you've got to bowl the right line on this kind of wicket, and unfortunately they're not doing that.
Full toss, smashed through the offside. Probably won't go for 4. Well, they're going to settle for 2. There might have been 3 on offer there, but good stroke again. Sanjida Islam. We're at the halfway mark. Bangladesh motoring along. 68 for no loss. Fantastic stroke play by these two opening bats, who are forming a nice relationship at top of the order. Left hand, right hand. Never easy for bowlers. You can capitalise on some width as the bowler tries to settle in. These are the bowling figures. Tapochpa 1 over. Tidy over that for 4. Chinita, well, 3 overs for 21. We don't see that very often. All the bowlers have got a bit of tap. And Bangladesh are on a target here. If they double their score now, they're up near 140. Realistically, with 10 wickets in hand, 150's on the cards.
Well, Sulufon's back on, but if I were them, I'll be going back to the captain, Tapoch. She played that card before. She steadied the ship a couple of times in this tournament. That's exactly what needs to happen right now. If they don't feel like they can get the wickets on the surface, at least slow the momentum down. Sulupon hopefully not going to do what Anicha did in the last over. Just find the line. Find it now.
Short of a length. Gone! Didn't bounce as much as Moshida Khatun expected. She went back to a short ball. Looked to pull it away leg side, and Thailand, they've got the much needed breakthrough.
Yeah, slower delivery there. Just a little bit shorter, and it just went straight down the middle. I think caught the batter slightly off guard there, but it kind of just dipped down, stuck down a little bit. But really nice, and that spells the end of Khatun there. Wonderful display, and she's being met with really warm applause here by her teammates on the sides. 33, wonderful knock.
Yeah, short of a length. Didn't bounce much at all. You can understand Moshida Khatun going back to try and pull it away. It was there to hit. Just stays down. Just have a look at this. Stays down ever so slightly. Under the bat. Big wicket. Really, really important wicket there for Thailand.
Well, that spells the end of the partnership. We're going to see Sultana Jyoti. Here we are. And, well, I think it's a case of just pushing on here. No need to panic. Express yourself from this position. 68 for 1. 10 overs gone. Have a hit. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 130, they'll be saying to each other.
Well, you come from a different school of thought than me, Ian. I'd be saying let's get 150. 68 for 1 at the halfway point. I want 150. I want to bat this Thailand team out of this final. Currently going to 6.5. You've got 9 wickets in hand. Islam going well. 30 not out. Short. Missed out. Jyoti. Short and wide. Got away with it. Excellent. Sullyporn, well, back into the attack and done a good job, to be fair. 1 for 7 off 2.4. Excellent, excellent control. Not a huge turn of the ball. Varies her pace nicely. Always very accurate. Doesn't bowl too many bad balls. Can she finish out this over? Good bowling, really good bowling here by Sullyporn. Excellent. She's only going to have 1 over left at the end of this. That's the problem for Thailand. She will have bowled 3 over 4. Well, Could be on for another wicket maiden. With 3 wicket maidens in the third, fourth playoff. Short. Pulled away. It's just going to be a single for Jyoti. Her account is opened. 11 overs bowled. 69 for 1.
Well, really nice over there from Siliporn Leomi. She's been really nice and wonderful throughout the tournament. This is some of the shots they've played. Look at that. Wonderful shot for 6. Down on one knee. Proper power hitting there. Executed wonderfully. And that's just a display of what this Bangladesh team have been about today. It's been punishing the Thailand bowling. And that's the sweep as well. 2 fantastic shots in the over. A couple of bounces and it's run away for 4. Really nice stuff so far from Bangladesh. Well, 69 for 1. And I bid farewell to Niall O'Brien. And Ratanaporn. It's a medium fast. Just practicing into Tipoch. The captain there. Well, they're in need of a wicket as Isabel Joyce rejoins the commentary box.
Well, I have a feeling that the Bangladesh batters are lining up on the sideline. They all want a piece of the action. That's certainly what I'd be doing if I was in their lineup. Ratanaporn bowling her off spin. Yeah, clever batting. Just played wide of point. Jyoti wants a second and she's been sent back by Sanjida Islam. I reckon there was a second one there, but Siliporn is a rocket arm, so could have possibly gone wrong there.
Well, that's just an incident we haven't really seen throughout this tournament. Thailand so tight in the field. We know how hard they work. Scenarios and fielding drills just to make sure they're as tight as unit as possible. And these little errors in this game, like I said, the pressure is on for them.
Well bowled. Yeah, well, it's easy enough to field well when you're on top, and that's what Thailand have been up until this point. They've been on top in every game they've played. It's when you're under the pump that the mistakes start coming in. And again, a good turn here for Padang Laird. Just 1 from her 3 balls so far. Most control she's had so far this tournament, and possibly the slightly warmer conditions and drier conditions suiting her. In the air, a chance. Didn't quite get there. Well, they're going to have to take those half chances, Thailand.
We kind of just glanced off the fingers there, Anicha. You could hear it just slide, and that feeling of the ball just glancing across the hands there. Ran in hard off the boundary, stretched out the hands, and almost, maybe just a second earlier, would have got it. Tough opportunity. It would have been an amazing catch.
Yeah, needed a dive. Needed one of those full stretch dives coming forward. And then she would have taken it. So, a half chance. Short. Played into covers. Smart batting. And that's what you'll get from Jyoti. Really smart cricketer. Quite a small player. Strong through the point region. Likes to accumulate early on and accelerate near the back end. They'll need to keep taking wickets. You can see that they've only scored 4 from 10 balls in this partnership. So keep taking wickets and you slow the run rate right down. Short and just tap to third man. She'll retain the strike. Sanjida Islam. That's 12 gone. Bangladesh 73 for 1.
Well, another partnership forming here for Bangladesh. Sanjida Islam and Jyoti. Very happy just to keep the run rate going. 73 for 1. Well, look at that. 32 not out from 32 deliveries from Sanjida Islam. Wonderful stuff. Suliporn, the wicket taker there for Thailand. 1 for 8 for her 3 overs. Bowled fantastically. But she needed down the bottom. 21 runs. A lot.
And they're going to stick with Suliporn. She'll bowl out. They possibly might just try and knock it around here, Bangladesh. See out the leg spinner. They know she's the Thailand main threat. Full and well bowled. Good drift in towards the leg stump. Once she finishes her spell here, Suli Porn, that might be the sign for Bangladesh to start accelerating. Full again. A loose shot from Sanjita Islam. A hack, you'd have to say. It's the inside of the bat, but she committed to the shot and gets the single.
Yeah, once again, just smart batting all over here. They're happy to, very content just to run up these singles. Keep the clock ticking over. So I struggle to get my words out here. Sulipon, we're looking to strike again, you think?
Well flighted, but really well played by Jyoti. No single taken. They're wary of these Thailand fielders behind point, and with good reason. They fielded really well, Thailand. They've had a few mistakes today, but that's their strong area, backward of point. So just the 3 deliveries to put a stamp on this game, Sulipon. Full swept and bottom edge, and that one's going to run away. There's no stopping that one. It's a tough game sometimes, cricket, as a bowler. You bowl well, bottom edge, and you go to the boundary. 4 runs.
Yeah, a bit of bad luck there. Almost half a chance, and it slid away. We saw that happen so much in that Papua New Guinea Island game as well. It's a really fast outfield once this place dries up, and we finally had the blue skies and sunshine here in Forfarshire, and it's just showing what a nice cricket ground it is, and also what a nice surface to play on.
Yeah, playing really well this wicket. Short, moves leg side, straight to the fielder. Yeah, a bit more pace in this wicket, bit of bounce. Looks a lovely deck to bat on. I had a look before the toss and I thought if I still wanted to play cricket, I wouldn't mind batting on this one. Full. That's well bowled. He asked the question of Jacqueline Williams. It's not out, and it's 4 leg buys again. Suli Pornleami, she's bowled fantastically well. You feel like that's really unlucky for the leg spinner, but she'll finish out her 4th over with just the 1 wicket. Bangladesh moving on to 82 for 1.
Well, a bit of bad luck, like you said, Isabel, there for Sulipon. 1 for 13 from our 4 overs. A bit unlucky with the leg buys at the end. 12 dots, though. That's the impressive thing. Slowed the momentum down for Bangladesh. Our projected run rate is sitting about 129 right now. They must want to push on plus 130, you think?
Yeah, lots of wickets in hand for Bangladesh. Some hitting to come. I had a word with Pinky before the game. I told her I wanted a 50 from her. She won't get that opportunity now. Just the 7 overs left, but lots of batting to come. And they all look like they want to get out there, Bangladesh. Ratanaporn, full, well bowled. That's good. She's bowled to her field here, Ratanaporn. Short run up. Not a lot of turn and offer, just putting it on a good length.
Well, Ratanaporn, and you have to think Tipoch will have to play the vital role in the closing stages of this innings. Really limit the score down. If they bowl tight, they probably could.
And just coming across at Sanjita Islam, looking a bit uncomfortable all of a sudden. She's been in there since the start, but she's only faced 36 deliveries. Faced a good few dots in the back end so far. She'll want to get her innings going again. Short. Goes big. That's over long on. And that will certainly get the innings going. That's a great shot from Sanjita Islam.
Well, you said she might not get a half century of that amount of overs left, but if she keeps playing shots like that, she'll be well on her way. Wonderful shot. Straight drive over the boundary. Look at that. As perfect as you like it. Just swinging about, almost like a baseball shot, that. Wonderful shot there for 6.
Well, I have a feeling Sanjita Islam, if she stays in, will get her half century. I was talking about one of the batters on the sideline, but
pardon me, Isabel.
Sanjita Islam doesn't want to give her an opportunity to get in and make a 50. She wants to do it all herself. Short, blocked, Well fielded from the skipper Tipoch. Well read from her. That's okay. Don't worry, Ian.
It's these headphones. Must be hearing wrong. Well, 39 from 38. Wonderful stuff here from Sanjida Islam.
Yeah, she's continuing on where she left off against Ireland. They were in a bit of trouble when she came in. Strong shot down the ground. Frees the arms, and that won't be stopped. That quick outfield you mentioned, Ian, playing its part. Really lovely shot from Sanjida Islam. A tiny bit of width outside the off stump was all she needed to climb into that. Beautifully played.
Well, they're heading towards the 100 mark here. And then once they get there, you think it'll be all guns blazing even more. Sanjida Islam just freeing up the arms here. Unfortunately, Ratanaporn just being punished a little bit. 92 for 1 now in the 14th.
Full and well bowled. Good finish to the over from Ratanaporn and Padunglaird. It's been an expensive one though. Maximum and a boundary. 10 from it. Bangladesh 92 for 1.
Well, this has been a tough day at the office so far for Thailand. But, well, look at that. Sanjida Islam, 43. Well on our way. It's a half century, an impressive knock so far. But, looking ahead to the Thailand chase, they're not short of batters, Isabel.
No, they looked a bit nervy in their semi-final, but once they got going, they looked good. And they'll have it all to do. Skipper Tipoch returns the right arm off spinner. Short and a single. Quick one taken. It's a good one. Well placed. They knew what they were doing there. Good understanding between these two batters. And Sanjida Islam will be eyeing up that straight boundary. It's not too long down there. She's got a really good swing of the arms. One of the taller players on the team. Give her a little bit of room outside off stump and she can lift it over the side screen. Goes leg side, long on, coming around, cuts it off. So it's a good length, just full of a good length is good to Sanjida. Don't give her room to get underneath it. Singles are okay for Thailand. They'll know that Bangladesh won't be happy with singles. They'll have to do something, and that's when you open up some opportunities to take wickets. Floated, top edge, chance, taken. That's Nigar Sultana Jyoti. It was floated up from Tipoch, really beautifully bowled. She didn't recognise it, Jyoti. And just a little bit of extra bounce, takes the top edge, and she's gone.
You could sense there was a wicket coming. Tipoch just adding a little more to that. It was really good fielding as well early on. The previous 2 balls, 1 packer, just adding a bit of that aggression that we normally see in the Thailand team. But like you said, just floated up, caught the edge, and it was a pretty rudimental catch there for Thailand, and they claim their 2nd wicket. 8 off 13 deliveries.
Yeah, disappointment for Jyoti. She'll feel like she missed out. A little bit slower, just held it back. Didn't go towards the ball, Jyoti. Tried to go too square. Should have tried to hit that in front of square. Just weighed on the back foot as she hit that. And we have the new batter, Sayla. Coming to the middle, Shayla Sharman. But it'll be Sanjida Islam to face. The 2 batters crossed. Strong shot. Misfield allows a single. And like that, wicket, I think that the run rate might slow a little bit in. Sanjida Islam just looked like she was breaking the shackles, but she might have to rein it in while her partner gets in.
Yeah, just a little misfield there from Janita Sutarang. It's difficult. You just hope. She looks a little hurt, actually, just hurting her knee there as Tipoch just looking to steady the ship again. Maybe claim another wicket. Just played nicely onto the leg side there, and no run. This has been a good over from the captain. Good decision to bring herself back on. And a 2nd over here. Still got the 2 after that.
Well, whenever Bangladesh are on top, the skipper brings herself on. Really good courage from her. Well bowled, played into the offside, and well read again by the fielder. On the ball here, Thailand. That's a good one from Sornarin Tipat. She finishes her second. She's 1 for 7. Bangladesh 95 for 2 after 15. So 5 overs to go. And that's been the story so far. Sanjita still in there, looking good on 45. Happy played a good knock, 33. Jyoti a little slow. Didn't quite read the bowling as well as the others. She's gone for 8. And Shayla in the centre. She's still on a duck egg. So it's Anicha who'll return with her off spin, and this is something that Sanjita will be happy to see. Likes to play the off spinners. Plays well down the ground and into that leg side. Generally in the V, a classical player. Flat, pulled away. There is a fielder out there, so just the one.
Again, really smart batting there from Sanjita Islam as she moves on to 46. Just the ability just to take a quick single. Not eager to rush, but what's been so impressive has been her stroke play. The variety of big shots for the boundary. The clever, cautious push for single as well.
Flat again, gives herself room. Shayla waits to see if it gets past the fielder. A slight misfield allows her to come through for a single. Yeah, I'm not sure that Sanjita Islam was looking for a single on that one. Reckon she wanted a boundary. She'll no doubt be looking for one this ball as Bangladesh approach their century. And she approaches her half century. Well bowled, and that's a good shout. But too much movement, I think. Too much turn. Claire Polisak says, not out. I think I would have been going up a bit more if that was me, especially given the situation. I reckon that was a good shout. Flat, wide, 2 extra cover, but a misfield. The long off comes around, but she won't be able to keep it to less than 2. Anicha looks unhappy, and you don't see that often. The Thailand fielders usually supporting each other no matter what, but that was a disappointing piece of fielding in extra cover.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times in the over as we're just looking at, looks like an injury. It hit Sutarang really hard. All came at some pace as we're just seeing Tepoch just possibly escorting a teammate just off the field to see the physio, the doctor. It did hit the leg very hard, Isabel.
Well, I think it was the previous over you mentioned. She'd taken a bit of a knock. She doesn't want to go off, but best to see the physio, make sure. This was too short, or this was the shout we looked at. Hit in line. There was a good bit of turn, but you can see leg stump as it hits her on the pad. She doesn't take a big step forward, so I'm surprised that one was given not out. I'd have stayed there a while, I reckon, having a look at the umpire if that was me. But she survives, and that's Chanita Sutarang going off the field. Disappointment for her. Never nice to go off the field during a final. She'll want to come back on if possible, but looks in a bit of pain.
Kanoi's going to be the substitute fielder here. Get an appearance in this final game. Well, there's the two teams. I'm sure one side is happier than the other. The situation, 99, just one away from the 100 now, Bangladesh.
So, Anicha. Bottom edge. Good work from the keeper. I reckon she was in trouble, Sanjita, if that had hit. So just looking like she's playing within herself a little bit here, Sanjita Islam. She'd be better off playing her usual expansive game. Sometimes you get close to a landmark and you give yourself a chance to get out just by playing a different game. Big step, played strongly into the leg side. A really great effort in the deep, but that's gone directly between the fielders, and a lot of appreciation for that half century for Sanjita Islam. She's played a fantastic knock. She's come into her own this tournament. She's got better and better. 52 from 47. What a player she's been this tournament for Bangladesh. It hasn't been easy to score runs, and she's been the linchpin.
Yeah, really appropriate shot as well to go for 50. It's been a powerhouse performance from Bangladesh. It's been a powerhouse performance from Sanjita Islam. A wonderful 50. What a time to do it in the final. A piece of silverware at the end of this game. They are punishing Thailand right now, 103 for 2. Wonderful batting all round here.
Yeah, and with that, 103 for 2 from 16. 4 overs to go. Sanjita Islam 52. Now might be the time that Bangladesh break the shackles. Few nerves gone. Well played, straight down the ground. Unlucky. That's hit the stumps. And with that, I welcome back Niall O'Brien.
Wonderful scenes here. Sanjita Islam got back in form last game with a nice innings. Continue that form on today. 52 red. Power to add. Big score inside here for Bangladesh.
Just chipped. Not hit very well, but long off out, so she'll survive. And I'm surprised that they've sent Charlotte Sharman in at this stage in the game. What about Jahanara? She batted so well last game. 4 from her first ball. Or Pinky, the most experienced in the lineup. Well hit, and that's going to sail away over the boundary. No one out there, and a rare full toss from the skipper.
Yeah, bad ball. Got the treatment. Got what it deserved. Sanjita Islam now is going to have a bit of fun. So important when you're out of form. You just remember, once you get back in form, you stay in it for as long as possible. Don't give your wicket away. Sanjita Islam today has played well from the off. Found form last game in the semi-final win. Kept it going now. Big score in her sights here.
I think that's a good idea. Keep the ball away from her. Set the field for the one outside off. Covers out long offside. She won't be happy with singles Sanjita Islam. Straighter. Defended. Good length. She just looks like she's ebbing and flowing. Sanjita Islam looks really, really comfortable and then suddenly looks nervous.
Well, I think she'll be eyeing up a big 75 or 80 not out here. She wants to finish well.
Well, she wanted the strike, but the fielding's too good. So that's the end of the 17th. Bangladesh 108 for 2.
Yeah, one-way traffic. This is Sanjita Islam. Played so well. Smash leg side. She found the gap every time she's gone for a big stroke. Joyous, joyous celebrations. Fantastic to see. A classy exponent in her trade. Yeah, enjoy it. The crowd enjoy it. They always get good support. Bangladesh, they've come in the numbers here. They're enjoying the sunshine, and their side are not disappointing them.
Yeah, one of the best things about Bangladesh cricket for me, their supporters. Love touring in Bangladesh. Smile on their faces in the crowd. They get right behind their team. And no one likes a win for Bangladesh, or win for their team more than Bangladesh supporters.
Have you played in Dhaka before?
Yeah, a couple of times in Dhaka, Sylhet as well.
Terrible place if you're an away team there.
That's
They're
why it's
very loyal to the home team, Bangladesh fans.
dances down. Well played. Straight to the fielder. Yep, I've played a few tournaments there, so generally not playing against Bangladesh, and they do like the Irish over there, so we're like the home team when we're not playing against Bangladesh.
You're lucky. You're lucky, I tell you that. Been on the wrong end of some stick from the fans there, believe me.
That's the area she wants it, but the fielder's down there. Ah, it's spilled. Soraya down at long on. She's not had the greatest day in the field, Soraya. Misfielded one early on over the boundary right in front of us here. And that's a simple chance.
Yeah, fairly simple at this level. Should be taken. Got herself in a bit of an awkward position. Came in too far. Ended up trying to catch the ball in a slightly awkward position. It's been one of those days, I'm afraid, for Thailand. Nothing's gone their way. Catches missed, run-outs missed. Ball's getting flayed all over this wonderful ground. All Bangladesh today.
Shorter and cut away. That's taken the edge. Good speed through the shot for Sanjita Islam, but Suliporn quick like a whippet, and there's a misunderstanding. They've gone for the wrong end. And again, misunderstanding from Thailand. They can't quite believe it. Attacking behind the stumps. She just needed to walk and take the bails at her end.
Well, good result for Bangladesh. It's just one of those days, I think, for Thailand. The pressure's got to them from the start, and they haven't been able to wrestle any momentum back all innings, mainly due to Sanjita. Well, that was a run-out opportunity at both ends, actually, to be fair. They could have run either of the batters out.
Well, sometimes I think if you're going to make mistakes, do it all in one game. They've been flawless up until this stage, Thailand. A few of these mistakes in a couple of the group games, and they might not have been here today. They'd done the similar thing against Ireland, and Ireland would have played the semi-final yesterday, and Thailand would have been playing Bangladesh in the previous semi-final, so not the worst occasion to do it. They'll go back and learn a lot from this. Dances down, and she gets the wicket after all. It's a somewhat placid end for Shayla Sharman. Came down to the wrong ball. Bit of turn. Just didn't really play a shot. And it's Jahanara who'll come out to the middle.
Yeah. Slow death. Disappointing dismissal. Disappointing end, but the main thing, Sanjita Islam is still at the crease. Shayla Sharmin gone for 3. A bit of a nothing shot, really. Clean bowl by Nataya. But Bangladesh still nicely placed. Took the pace off this. Nataya just took the pace off this ever so slightly. Held it back. A little bit of turn back through the gate. Played down the wrong line. A wicket. Something to cheer about for Afghanistan, for Thailand rather. Bangladesh. Well, the opening bowler is going to have a bit of a hit.
Well, I think this is a good choice. She's one of the taller players. Long levers. She's basically got a free hit here. Not a real batter, but can hit a big ball. Oh, bit of a crash at the non-striker's end.
Well, smashed it back into her opponent. There was a bit of a collision between bowler and non-striker. End result, dot ball. So a good over here by Nataya thus far. See if she can close it out. 2.1 overs remaining for Bangladesh. Try and get 130, maybe 135.
Shorter, wider, and club to the offside. Sanjita Islam desperate to get back on strike, but she won't manage it. That's the end of the 18th. Bangladesh 113 for 3.
Just losing the strike here, Sanjita Islam. The back end, when you want your set batters as much strike as possible. She's just losing a bit of the strike, but she's been the mainstay. 59 not out, or 52 balls. I thought Rashida Khatun played really well for her 33 off 34. All in all, Thailand haven't had many answers. 113 for 3. 12 balls left. Bangladesh will be hoping for something in the region of 130, 135 as they hinted to you at the toss.
Yeah, I think Thailand have pulled it back well. They looked like they were going to get up to 150 Bangladesh, but Thailand have taken a couple of wickets. They haven't been at their best, but some of their bowlers have really performed well under pressure. That's well done from Sornarin. She's been one of the ones who's done very well. 1 for 12 from 3. Just single off the first ball of her last. A real captain's effort leading from the front.
Well, I reckon there might be a slog sweep on the go here. 2 fielders, square leg and 45 on the leg side. Cow corner, long on. Sweep shot is on. No one at deep backward square. Short, wide, slapped. to the sweeper on the offside. There's only going to be one. Good result by Thailand. They're just clawing it back ever so slightly, the back end of this innings.
It's good to see some of the other teams coming in. It's Namibia making their way into the ground to see some really good cricket. As the cricket on Arbroath is finished up. Floated down the wicket. That's well played, Jahanara. Doesn't get all of it though. And it's just a single, so a good result for Thailand. Every single ball that only goes for one is a win for them, but I do think that this could be too much for them.
Yeah, we'll take some chasing. Projected score 125. You would think that's going to be difficult to chase. Sanjida Islam, 60 not out. Power to add. Goes big, goes leg side. Should get two here. Should get in and out of the crease. Good running. Excellent, excellent running. Sanjida Islam, probably a little bit of fatigue now. She's been out there since the start. Out there for 70 minutes, so good sunshine, nice warm day, although they're used to it in Bangladesh, playing some hot and sticky conditions in places, especially Dhaka and Chittagong can be very hot and humid.
Well, I think the fielder's thrown the wrong end. Flatter. Nothing shot really from Sanjida. Yeah, she was down on one knee playing a sweep shot. Took a while to get up, so if you're going to look for a run out trying to stop the two, you got to go to the end of the striker. Floated down the wicket, well played, but it'll just be one. That's really excellent bowling from Sornarin Tipoch. Really good spell for her. She finishes with 1 for 18. Bangladesh 119 for 3.
Yeah, good spell. 1 for 18, 4 overs, really good job. 4.5 and over when your team has been going around the park. Thailand just need to finish this innings, get off the pitch, regroup, have a word from the coach and captain and go out and enjoy themselves at the bat. They've got a good wicket to bat on. Really flat deck. Outfield's much quicker today than it has been all tournament, so take the plus from that. Good wicket, quick outfield. Go out and chase down these runs and make yourselves heroes. Last 6 balls here. Let's see what Sanjida can do.
Well, cotton to mine, Sanjida. Doesn't look happy with herself. I'm sure the players on the sideline will be willing her on to accelerate these last 5 balls.
Well, you can't block. You cannot forward the fence in the last over of the game. You've got 7 wickets in hand. Tossed up. Down leg side. Good work. She'll want 2. Sent back by her partner. Probably a good call by Jahanara Alam. There's probably 1.5 in it.
Yeah, and Jahanara looks like the one who's got the right idea in mind at the moment, so possibly might be better for her team that she's on strike. She'll step and swing.
Let's see if she's got a big maximum in her. Couple of boundaries now, just finish things off nicely. Goes big, smashes it, brilliant fielding. Going to be run out by a mile here. Hit the ball too well. It's an absolutely wonderful bit of work at extra cover. Great hands, clean pickup, and showed good composure, just getting into the bowler nice and easy.
Yeah, she didn't even try and run there, Jahanara Alam. I think she wanted to keep this stripe, but Sanjida's the one who's been in. She ran past her and said, "See you later. This is my game." So she's got to go for 3, Jahanara. Run out.
Yeah, good work by Nataya. No damage done, really. Jahanara Alam, her work is yet to begun, really. She'll have to take the new ball and she'll get some decent shape. It was important to get the set batter back on strike. Just hit it too well. Absolutely smashed it. And a fantastic pickup. Throw was a bit wild, but the fact that Alam didn't really run.
And that's why she's stolen the strike. Sanjida Islam sends that one sailing for a maximum. Clean as a whistle. Well, you wondered if she had a maximum in her, Niall. Here's your answer. Well, so with that, Sanjita Islam moves to 70. There's 2 balls remaining. Where can she get to? Floated. Big swing again. This one will go to long on. Just the single. Good pick up and throw. That's Fahima Khatun who'll face the last delivery of the innings.
Yeah, it's been an impressive innings, Sanjita. Played so well. Absolutely clobbered. Flat all the way for half a dozen. Good crowd here at Forfarshire Cricket Club, mainly supporting Bangladesh.
Now that's really good bowling. She's got herself another wicket. Nataya bowled well. She's been unlucky. Some poor fielding off her bowling. She saw Fahima coming down the wicket. It's called a wide. Claire Polisak still signalling to the scorers. So she'll have to bowl it again, but she gets a wicket for her efforts.
Well, I'm not sure what the conversation is between the 2 batters. Stumped off a wide. Nothing wrong with that. Excellent work by Nana Pat. Very smart. Smart glove work. She's had a good campaign behind the stumps. And it was clever bowling, you're right. Saw the batter on the charge. Threw it wide. Miles out. Clever bowling. Good glove work. Really smart. Efficient. Excellent work.
Pinky goes big, doesn't get all of it, goes over extra cover. They'll come back for 2. It's well run from Sanjita Islam, but she struggles to make her ground. Good dive and a great innings from her. So too from the final delivery of the innings. Bangladesh make it to that 130 they were looking for. 5 down, and it's all to do for Thailand. Run's been difficult to get here in Forfarshire Cricket Club. So you'd have to say Bangladesh going to half-time well on top.
Very good. Excellent innings by Sanjita. Really top class. This is how the innings closed out. Great dive. Just what you want to see. She's been out there for best part of an hour and 20 minutes. Showed some real desperation to make the ground an extra run. Well, bat in the air. Great work by the bowler to pick up on the half volley. A fantastic innings all the same by Bangladesh. Played so well. Wonderful to see an opening batter carry her bat. Warm applause by her teammates, and rightly so. Fantastic innings. Best innings of the tournament.
Well, it's the best innings and it's the highest score of the tournament. Sanjita is a big smile on her face. She knows that she's done a really good job for her team. Scored over half of their runs and put her team in a really good position at the halfway mark. And there they are at the top. 71 for Sanjita Islam. She had a good opening partnership with Murshida Khatun. 33. She looked really good. Sudi Porn came on, slowed things down, and it was single figures from then on. It was all about Sanjita. They've run well though, the lower order. 10 extras for Thailand, 130 for 5 for Bangladesh.
Yeah, the bowlers got a bit of tap. Tiposh did a good job. 1 for 18 off her 4 ball. 9 dot balls. Nice to see. Trinidad went off with an injury. 3 overs, 21. Not often you see that. Nataya picked up 2, but she was expensive. Sullyporn, as always, 1 for 13. Excellent off her 4 overs. 12 dot balls. Anicha, very expensive, going at 9s. That said, Bangladesh winning the toss, electing to bat 130 for 5.
So, really good start for Sanjita Islam. She got off the mark early on with a lovely pull shot. She followed that up with a great shot off the back foot, piercing the gap through the offside.
And her partner in crime, Khatun, took a liking to Trinidad. First one smashed straight out of the middle of the bat through the offside. And then took the offie on. Clobbered the offie down the ground. There was a bit of a misfield on the mid-off boundary. Disappointing work in the deep.
Sanjita wasn't going to be left behind. That's really well played. Just follows the ball around, doesn't overhit it, helps the ball on its way. Another brilliant shot down the ground from Khatun.
This was hit high and handsome. They just plugged in the outfield. It looked like it was going to be 4 all the way, but plugged it, only got 2. And this is a beauty. Sanjita, favourite area. Slog sweep, very effective. Think of Mushfiqur Rahim on the Bangladesh men's side. Excellent stroke. Down nice and low. Connection was very, very good. Technically, absolutely fantastic.
And Khatun was a great partner for her. Goes down on one knee. A beautifully played square into that vacant square leg area. But she wasn't long for this world. Suli Porn came on and she accounted for her. Stayed a little bit low. Looked short but just skidded on.
Well, the fielding was a bit scruffy, truth be told, for Thailand this game. Normally so good in the field. They missed a couple of golden opportunities in this game. This ball was hit clean. Half a chance, you'd say, but when you're playing a side like Bangladesh, you've got to take every half chance. Jyoti came and went fairly soon. Little streaky edge on the sweep, trickling away for a bounty. Sanjita was seeing the ball like an absolute beach ball at this stage. Sent another one over the ropes.
And she made them pay for that drop catch. Sanjita comes forward, pierces the gap, and she's just managed to beat the long off fielder. But then come the captain. Jyoti just misreading the flight there. Top edge and easily caught at 45. Well, she survived this one. Sanjita is a good shout. A really good shout for LBW. But the umpire not moved. And she made them pay for that one. This one went over the rope. Really well struck. Flat. Straight between the two fielders. And what a celebration. She's been great for her team all tournament. She didn't quite make it through the whole game in the semi-final. Was out just before the end. So she made her 50, and the Bangladesh supporters showing their appreciation for a really good knock. Another chance goes down for Thailand. Just got herself in an awkward position. Should have gone reverse hands, Soraya, but put it down. She got her a woman anyway. Nataya. Shayla just didn't commit. And Jahanar Alam hit this one too well. A loose throw from the skipper Tipoch, but Nataya collects and manages to get the run out.
Well, a couple of big blows to close out the innings. And who else? Sanjita. This is her favourite area. Leg side, cow corner. Carbon copy of one from earlier on in the afternoon. Clever bit of bowling here. Saw the batter on the charge. Fired it in wide. And good gloves by Nana Pat. Stumped off a wide, of course. Nothing wrong with that. Really clever bit of bowling. Batter just trying to get Sanjita back on strike. So as the sun continues to beat down at this wonderful venue, Bangladesh, they won the toss. No hesitation, batting first. They've accounted 130 for 5. Sanjita, 71 not out. Wonderful innings. Thailand, well, it's a tough order. They're going to need 131 to win.
So that's us for the first half. Join us shortly to see the chase.
Just tell us when you're recording, buddy.
Well, we're back in action. The final, the moment we've all been waiting for. Bangladesh, 130 for 5. They played well, played really, really well. Time for Thailand to show us what they've got with the bat. They were off the pace with the ball and in the field. A chance to go out and express themselves on a good pitch, quick outfield. But they're up against a class exponent of a new ball. Jahanara Alam gets good shape, good pace. Excellent bowler for Bangladesh. Swing and a miss. Alongside me, Isabel Joyce. Isabel, Bangladesh, very good so far.
Yeah, they've started off the stronger of the two teams. 130 in a ground that's been difficult to score on. So Jahanara Alam will relish the opportunity. She certainly relished the opportunity to get on her trademark sun cream. Used to seeing her with a full face of factor 50. Hasn't had to worry all week. First time today. She's running in hard. She's enjoying this. Good length again.
Good swing. It's been a trademark of Jahanara Alam. She gets a seam in a superb position. Presents an upright seam. Gives the ball every opportunity to swing. She's got a slip in place. Fairly wide slip, probably a 1.5. Gives the keeper a bit of room for brilliance. But excellent action, strong action, tall bowler. Gets good momentum running in. Runs in with real gusto and gets plenty behind the ball. Fantastic action. Look at that. Seam upright again. Chopped away. Up and running. Thailand in the run chase. 131 to win. 6.72. They need to make a good account for themselves here, but they need a good power play.
Yeah, and it's this woman who looked more comfortable in the semi-final against Papua New Guinea. Narayamal Chaiwai. Natakan Shantam just not getting close enough to the ball there for me. Not giving herself a chance to hit it as the ball is moving away from her. So Chaiwai will hope to learn from what she's seen her partner do. A bit of extra pace, so if you play a good shot and you miss the fielders, it'll race away.
Good line of length. Excellent line of length. And what I like about it's the bit of anger. There's a bit of anger in the ball. Just good line of length. Pick up the return. Bit of menace in the delivery. Very good.
Yeah, real contender. Jahanara Alam was quiet the first few games for Bangladesh. It was more of a spinner's wicket, and she's coming into her own at the back end.
Short. It's going to be called a wide. You'll think she'll enjoy bowling in Australia. Hard, bouncy pitches. Western Australia especially renowned for fast, bouncy wickets. Sydney, a little bit lower. Canberra can be a little bit slow and low. Melbourne, you tend to get a little bit of assistance. So she'll enjoy bowling in Australia, that's for sure. These two sides, folks, of course, already on the way to Australia for the World Cup. Today they're playing for the trophy. They're playing to become victorious in this World Cup qualifying event. Full swing away. Pushed in the offside. First over, done and dusted, 2 for no loss.
Yeah, Jahanara Alam was playing for the Global 11 recently in the warm-up games for the Kia Super League. That's the story so far. Jahanara, good first over, 2 from it. Just the one run up to the bat. Natakan on 1. Yeah, she bowled superbly against some of the big hitters in the game. Dismissed Susie Bates. Got a number of key wickets, seemed to have it on a string. So really good wickets that she was bowling on down there. So she's really experienced at bowling on good decks. She'll relish playing with the extra pace in Australia. And here's Nahida Akhtar. She's been fantastic. Left arm orthodox bowler.
Yeah, wonderful campaign. Really good top class exponent. Often bowls in the power play. Never easy as a spinner. Got excellent control. Gets enough turn. Not a huge turn of the ball, but just gets enough. Seems to be like all class spinners. One step ahead of the batter. Just knows exactly what's coming and accounts for a number down the wicket. Jyoti had a few stumpings off her, so she'll be ready to go again.
What a start. Beautiful flight. Good bit of dip. Just enough turn, as you say, and that slip is in the game.
Well, those people at home have been watching for the last 7-8 days. I've been harping on about slip. I just hope today I'm warranted and I get a slip catch. I really hope we get a slip catch this second innings.
Slice through, well fielded. Fahima Khatun tidying up in point. Yeah, it's all very well and good to say they need a slip, but once they put one in, it's got to go there.
Flighted. Eyes lit up. Chantam, the eyes lit up. It was above the eye line. She was eyeing up a big stroke, but cloths it. And already 1 from 8 under pressure. Tune up dot balls when you're chasing a big score. Pressure of a final. Will it take effect?
Yeah, good length. She just mixes it up. Mixes it up just enough to keep you guessing as a batter. Not really obvious changes. Really subtle. And that's where the key is. Don't throw one up, don't dart one in, just small amounts of change. Not sure whether to come forward or back here, Chantam.
Gone! Too good! Time and time again, we've said it, Nahida Akhtar. Absolutely wonderful bowler, left arm spinner in the power play. Takes out Chatham.
Yeah, too good. Chantam didn't know if she was coming or going. She's been set up beautifully by Akhtar here. Goes for 1 from 10. The bowling of Bangladesh too good for Chantam on this occasion. And a well-deserved wicket for Akhtar. A wicket made in the second over. Thailand 2 for 1.
Top class. Nahida Akhtar, we've said it all tournament. Brilliant bowler. Previous ball turned away to the slip. This ball goes straight on. And Chatham's got absolutely no clue. Fabulous, fabulous bowling. An early wicket loss for Thailand. It's been a pretty disappointing performance so far. Here we go, Alam to continue. Well, straight plays around that front pad. Will get off strike, Chaiwai, but it's pressure cooker environment out there. Bangladesh have been absolutely fantastic today.
Yeah, really businesslike. Clinical, you'd have to say, Bangladesh. They've been here a number of times before. They're the experienced campaigners and they're showing all that experience. Few supporters have played earlier on today on the sideline. I wonder who they're shouting for.
Full and straight. Proving very difficult here for Thailand. And Bangladesh, you just feel they've played well all tournament, but they've got to a final here. They've seemed to have gone up a gear. Seem to have that extra bit of class, extra bit of skill and composure in a pressure cooker situation. The batters have put a good score on the board and the bowlers are firing.
Too good. Hannah Pat doesn't have any answers here. Can't quite free the hands. The extra bit of pace for Jahanar Alam is proving too good. And when she arrived earlier today, when Ireland were still playing against Papua New Guinea, she was really excited to see the extra bit of bounce, extra bit of pace. She knew that she would come into her own today. She looks like she's changing her angle here.
Well, she's changed her angle a number of times. Wonderful, skillful bowler, bowls over the wicket, then sometimes comes around the wicket. She's going to come right on round the wicket now. First slip goes that bit wider into a second, even a third slip. So it's a bit of work for the keeper to do, but wonderful skills and confidence to know exactly your game plan. Well, just as we say that, she says, no, I'm going to resort back to type. Back over the wicket. Just keeping us on our toes here in the combox.
Slower ball. She gets away with that one. I'd like to see her come around here, Jahanar. Nana Pat's played her kind of across the line the previous two deliveries. Bowl around the wicket. make it look like it's going to miss off stump. You might see Nanaput just get bowled.
Short of length. Punched, but into the offside, but there's plenty of fielders, plenty of protection. Scenes from Forfeiture Cricket Club here in Dundee, who've been looked after very well all tournament. Credit to the ground staff, done a great job getting this ground ready and looking so well for the final. Inclement weather all week, but they've stuck at it, the ground staff, so we take our hats off to the ground staff. One ball remaining of the third. Slog leg side. That's another dot to finish. Another good over. 3 for 1 off 3. They need 131 more runs. Well, 131 to win. It's a long way off the moment. There is batting to come, of course. Isabel, who can strike a clean ball in the batters to come?
Well, Sorner and Tipach, the skipper, she's the one that they rely on if they end up in trouble. She played a really good innings earlier on when they were in that trouble against Namibia. And Nataya Buchatham, really experienced. Great all-rounder. She's high up the T20 all-rounder rankings, the ICC rankings, so she's number 17. I think Chai White, she's the one who's got to get the impetus going Thailand's way. Nahida Akhtar returning.
Well bowled, nice and straight, giving the batter no width. And Thailand need to do something here. They can't just sit and wait. They need to be proactive. Maybe get down the wicket, try and get on the full, or maybe bring the sweep shot out. Can't just sit and wait for bad balls, and Bangladesh won't give it them to you.
They certainly won't. And there's one bowler in the team who will give you absolutely nothing. It's Nahida Akhtar. She's been absolutely brilliant. Has the ball on a string, gets the ball to move in, and every now and then gets it to turn away as well.
On the sweep. Swept well. Good thought process. Excellent execution. Just what Thailand needed. A much needed boundary.
Yeah, this is really well played. Basically paddled around. It was full. It was straight. She kept her eye on it and just helped it around the corner, down the hill and over the rope. Got inside it, made sure it went behind square. Couple of fielders on the one on the leg side, but they couldn't chase it down.
Yep, very good. Excellent batting. Outside off. Playing a miss. Is there an edge? There is. Under edge. Excellent catch by Jyoti behind the sticks. Never easy. I think it was an under edge. Nahida Akhtar gave the batter a bit of width. Eyes lit up on the cut shot. Feather through to Jyoti.
Well, a boundary and a wicket. She just tried too many things. She's so good at coming back after being hit for a boundary, Nahida Akhtar. A typical spinner. As soon as she sees you take her on, she knows she's in the game. She wants the batters coming at her. She wants them playing shots because you can't get the wickets if you're not playing shots. She wants to take as many wickets as she can. Second in the most wickets the tournament so far. This is her 10th for the tournament. Well bowled, bit of extra bounce. Just slashed that. Too full to cut. Disappointment for Naryamal Chai White.
Yeah, great catch though by Jyoti, who's been excellent all tournament behind the stumps. Ever present for Bangladesh in this competition. Excellent glove work, never easy. Under edge, safely pouched. A left-hander to the crease will cause different problems, but at the moment Bangladesh have all the answers. Thailand struggling here. 7 for 2. We're in the fourth. Chasing a sizable score, remember. Bit of width, playing a miss. Oh, that's a good over. A really good over from Nahida. As always, 7 for 2 from 4.
Yeah, just not picking the length here, Thailand. Those two deliveries that were cut at that over, too full. Yes, they were wide. Get on the front foot. So they've got it all to do here, Thailand. Chasing 1-3-1. Currently just 7 after 4. And they're in trouble.
They certainly are. Chasing a big score right up against it. Ritu Moni into the attack. The ball from the nursery road end. Right on fast medium. Normally very accurate. Doesn't give much away. Miserly bowler. Keeper up to the stumps. Slip in play. So Bangladesh going for the jugular here. Got a good score on the board. They've had a wonderful start with the ball. Great gloves. Wonderful keeping. Excellent work behind the sticks by Jyoti. Might have just taken a little bang on the finger, but that's part and parcel, I'm afraid, of being a wicketkeeper. Won't be the first, it won't be the last.
A beautiful start from Ritu Moni. Puts it in a good area to start. Gets the ball to just nibble away. Jyoti just in a little bit of trouble here. She's just checking everything's okay. And she's going to continue on. Her team will be relieved. Because she's a fantastic keeper. Coming to stand back. Give herself more of a chance.
Good glove on Jyoti. Ritu Moni, excellent bowler. Stands the seam up nice and tall. Well, tries to go big, but plinks it into the leg side. And everything that Nana Pat and Nataya try, just not coming off. You can just sense the grip Bangladesh have over this Thailand side, just strengthening and constricting the Thailand batters.
That's too wide. She'll have to bowl that one again, Ritu Moni. And Hanapat gets her hands quite far away when she's stepping towards the ball. There's a big gap between bat and pad, so if I was bowling, I'd be just bowling at the stumps. Give myself a chance. If she misses, I'm hitting.
Well, keep her back up to the stumps. Give the bowler a target. Often, when I used to keep wickets to medium pacers, and Ritu Moni is a medium pacer, they like to keep her standing up to the stumps. They like the visual. Aim for your gloves. Give you something to aim at. Helps also keep the batter in the crease so the batter can't advance, so you're restricting the batter's movement. Goes leg side. Gets good connection. Might run away all the way. Well, just hold in the last minute. Come back for 3. Good stroke.
Yeah, well, that's her strong area. She's tried to go there a number of times. That one just a little bit fuller, so she's able to get onto it. Ritu Moni just losing her length a tiny bit. Jyoti moving back and now moving up. She's just lost her rhythm a tiny bit.
Well, they need a lot more of that by Nana Pat and co. Whacked in the leg side, ran across the square quite quickly. Good work, good commitment. Every run counts. Excellent work by Bangladesh. They've been fantastic today so far. Ritu Moni, ever present in this side all tournament. Had a wonderful campaign. Bit of whiff. Wow, was there a little feather through the keeper's hands? I'm just wondering, is the keeper struggling from that previous blow early in the over?
Well, it's just shot through. Not the easiest one to take, but she usually would take it. Jyoti, she'll be disappointed to see the umpire's hand go up.
Well, she would have been more disappointed if it didn't go up. It would have meant there was a nick, so not the end of the world for Jyoti. You're always wondering, keeping an eye on the umpire. Was there a nick? Was there not? You can deal with a bye. It's a miscatch. You can really hurt you, cost you.
Better length. Don't think she's left the crease at any stage, Nana Pat. But a good finish from Moni. She goes for 4 from her over. Thailand's still struggling to get any momentum going. They're 12 for 2.
So 12 for 2, Isabel. Is it a case of a gulf in class today, or is there a bit of a nerve factor? As we just take a look at this appeal, the last ball, the last over. Good work. Good clean take. Bails off in a flash. Is it a case of a gulf in class, or Thailand maybe the occasion got to him a little bit more than Bangladesh?
Well, I think the total is an okay total, 130. Not huge in T20 cricket. Big in the context of this tournament, but a good wicket, quick outfield today. I would have said that you'd be happy with that usually, but Thailand's batting not quite up to scratch yet. They have a lot of work to do in that area. They'll have to work really hard in the next few months to make sure that they can back up their bowling when they get to Australia. Bangladesh's batting just a good bit better than the Thailand batting. Salma Khatun starts.
Yeah, the skipper into the attack. So you think Thailand before balls bowl would have been happy chasing 130?
No, they'd know they needed to have less than 100, but in terms of T20 cricket, you're unlikely to keep teams to less than 130, 140. You're more likely to see it go upwards of 140 in Australia. Big bash games there, often 150 to 160. So teams will chase that down. That's what you got to look at. You got to be trying to score those kinds of runs if you're going to win games. Their bowling is good enough to do that. They shouldn't go upwards of 150, but their batting needs to back it up.
Well, just pushed into the offside. Do you think Bangladesh will be better equipped to make a step up in the World Cup with bat and ball?
Yeah, well, I've never seen Sanjita Islam have as good a tournament as she's had here. She's really come into her own. They've got the returning Rumana Ahmed as well, the skipper. She was injured before the tournament. They were able to call on this bowler, Salma Khatun, to take on the mantle of captain, but Rumana Ahmed is their star performer with bat and ball, so she's come back in. She'll really add to the team. That's well bowled. Arm ball. And that's out. Just drawn out of the crease on that occasion, Nana Pat. Keeper gets keeper. Yeah, I gotta hate that.
Certainly never enjoyed being stumped as a keeper myself, but that was good bowling. A little bit of away drift by Salma Khatun. Just have a look at this. Nana Pat, her tournament is done and dusted. She kept well but struggled today with the bat. Just 3 from 12. Never got going at all. But again, it's all Bangladesh, Thailand. Their tournament is unravelling fairly quickly. Lovely ball here by the captain. A little bit of away drift. Great gloves. Easy as you like, Jyoti. Thanks for coming.
Well, it's as easy as you like to decide that one's out as well. Never got back in. It's an easy decision for the umpires. They like giving those ones. And Salma Khatun, she's a very handy operator. Huang Pakat Yang Prasert makes her way out to the middle. She's got it all to do. What do you reckon? I'll have a good big swing or spend some time in the middle?
Well, she might as well have a go. Might as well have a go. A 13 for 3 in the power play. Not here for a net. Do something special. One never knows. It's going to be difficult. Khatun's on the money here. Wide of the off stump. That might be called a wide. Oh, umpire favouring the bowler there. That's an impressive start by the captain. 1 for 1 from her over. The power play's done. 13 for 3. Not the start Thailand would have liked. Bangladesh, they amounted to 40 for no loss on their power play. So Thailand needing 118 from 85 balls. It seems a long, long way off. If they get there, or if they get close, we're in for a wonderful afternoon's entertainment. In the Scottish sun, there's a bit of a breeze picking up. Hit with the breeze, Nataya.
Well, not a lot of pace to work with Ritu Moni. So they'll have to give it a good blow, the Thai batters. Nataya Buchatham likes to sweep, so she might just get down on one knee and try and lift it over that mid-wicket fielder.
Yeah, a bit of work to be done. Economy rate, run rate, getting pretty high. Ritu Moni to continue. Yeah, the run rate's been difficult all tournament. Not many teams have scored at 5 or 6 and over at regular intervals. Thailand are going to have to go 8s. 8s goes to 9s fairly quickly. Bit of width in the offside, but it's one of those things when you're up against it, every ball you hit goes straight to the fielder. Every half chance gets taken. Every bad ball you seem to miss out upon. So Thailand just need to do something, need to shift the momentum.
Slashed over point. That will go for at least 2. Might make it all the way to the boundaries. 3 fielders converge. No, third man comes around. So a bit of width on offer. A gift really for Nataya Buchatham. She's unable to make full use of it. Just the 2.
Well, Rita Moni has enough experience to know you can't bowl width to left-handers. They'll slash you there all day long.
Straighter. And that's what we're used to seeing from Ritu Moni. That's not going to do it for Nataya. Needing 116 from 18 deliveries. Current run rate 2.25, required 8.7. That's going up towards 9s at an alarming rate.
Squeeze through the offside. Should get back for 2. Yeah, it's amazing in the run chase when you're behind the 8 ball. 8s goes to 9s, and before you know it, you need 10, 11 and over, and the game's gone. So the time is now for Thailand. It may seem like an impossible task, but you just never know. Get a bit of momentum, get a couple of boundaries away, get the confidence back, shift a bit of the pressure back on Bangladesh, because at the moment, it's one-way traffic. The Tigers are heading towards winning that trophy.
Well, it would need someone coming in and doing some inventive batting. Ritu Moni finishing her second. She's just gone for 8 in those 2. Thailand 17 for 3 after 7. Yeah, some inventive batting, moving across, taking the bowlers on, trying to hit the gaps. Why not? Why not give it a go?
Well, they've qualified for the World Cup, so there's no point batting 20 overs and getting 50 for 6. You might as well go for it. You just never know. Stranger things have happened. I've played in many a game. When you're out of the game and someone does something special, so go out there, give it absolutely everything. It could be one of those 1 in 100 moments. Captain to continue, Salma Khatun. Excellent. Not a big turn of the ball, Salma Khatun, but very accurate. Gives very little away. Short run up, gets through the overs quickly, keeps the batter under constant pressure. Well, these two sides are going to Australia. They're going to have a wonderful time. They're going to have a wonderful 6 months or so prepping for that. As Isabel Joyce leaves me, and Ian Leggett comes in again. Ian, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well, a tough day so far for Thailand. Bangladesh all over them when they're in the field, and well, 3 down in the first 8 overs. I think we have seen Bangladesh just turn themselves up another notch. Play of aggression, and well, really good use of the feet there, but again, just like you said earlier now, it's one of those days where it just becomes increasingly frustrating to bat out there, because every time you hit the ball, it seems to land up in the hands of the fielder.
Well, there's going to be a very frustrated Irish cricket team watching this fixture, thinking what could have been. Hit through the offside, straight to the field, especially after playing so well this morning in the 3rd, 4th playoff place fixture. They'll be thinking, we could have been here in this position, playing for the trophy, on the way to Australia for the World Cup. Back to the drawing board for Ireland, I suppose. Regroup, go again. Not for these two sides, though. Leg side. Just sliding down leg side. It was straight. The batter was looking to work it leg side, one packer, but just drifting down. Your thoughts on 8 overs bowl, but your thoughts, Ian, on Bangladesh, first of all, moving forward into the World Cup, how they'll adapt and be equipped for the World Cup itself?
Well, they've been mighty impressive today. I think they've been challenged very well and very fairly throughout the tournament. But I think this game is just showing why they're in the position they are in the world rankings. Sitting at 9th, earning that place. It's a 10-team World Cup, and they've had to come to Scotland and be part of this qualifier, something they probably not too happy about, but they've earned their place in the final. But I think what we're seeing now is a glimpse of what they're capable of. They are a class above the competition in this tournament, and I think they're just going to raise it up a gear. You have to when you're playing the likes of Australia and England, and New Zealand, South Africa, and the big dogs. With this Khadiza tool, bit of off-spin bowling now.
Yeah, Khadiza. Off-spin. Well, one thing Bangladesh having is vast numbers of people playing the game. A lot of people playing the game in Bangladesh, all up and down the country. A real passion for the game, so there'll be people sitting back in Dhaka, etc., thinking, if I have a good few months, I can get myself on that plane myself. Bit of width. Immediately a bit of turn. Started wide. Turned away. No slip in place. 17 for 3 and 8.1. Partnership just 4 off 15 balls. Well, no answers. And at the moment, Thailand not really looking with any urgency, but this is good. It's a real stranglehold there from the Bangladesh spinners.
I think they're trying to tempt Buchatamir. They got long on out. Well, again, you just think in this situation, you've got to run a single there. The pressure's on. Yes, you haven't exactly got many wickets in hand, but that run rate is ticking up, like you said. 7, and 7 turns to 8. 3 dot balls so far. We just had a maiden over as well. Kubra bowling very well so far.
Flighted. Well bowled. Bails off in a flash. Asked the question. Umpire says no, but that was wonderful bowling. Nice keeping. Lovely place to be keeping when you're always in the game. You've got a lovely array of spinners and you're thinking, oh, I'm always in the game here. This is close, I think. Held it back nicely. Foot out. Well, foot just back in. Wonderful reach back. Look at this foot. It was in the air, in the air. Dropped. Thick edge. Never easy. And Jyoti doesn't miss many, but she missed one there.
Yeah, half a chance there. Difficult. Came at some pace, and she just took an absolute beauty there. Look at that. The foot is down. Wonderful bit of workmanship behind the stumps there by Jyoti.
Gone, ask the question. Third time lucky. Nearly had her stumped. Then had her dropped. Then said, you know what? I'll just hit the pads for an LB.
Exactly. We're talking about making cricket look simple, but that's it. Third time lucky. Beautiful bit of bowling from Kubra. Struggling, it's fair to say. Buchadam, but 5 from 17, and that just says exactly the story of the Thailand innings. Really struggling to get going here. The required run rate sitting above 10. Another wicket down. That's 4 now. 17 for 4 in the 9th. After 9, pardon me.
Classic over. And that's absolutely salmon. That is absolutely dead in front of all 3. Umpire Jacqueline Williams took her time, but got the decision right. Absolutely stitched right in front of all 3.
Well, here's the captain. And if there was ever a need for a captain's knock, it's now. Piece of silverware on the line for both teams. Are in the World Cup. What? Devosh, what can she do?
Well, 80 or 40 would be nice.
Could you do that? Could you go there? Do you fancy your chances?
T20 wasn't my game, I'm afraid, Ian. I'm more of a 50 over kind of man. Fahima! Nice leg spinner into the attack. The spinners just keep on coming here for Bangladesh. Left arm, right arm, leg spin, off spin. Straight. Tickle leg side. Should be just a single. Fahima's had a good campaign. Good skill, good variation. Gives it a bit of a rip with the ball.
Well, one packer just taking a single there. Now, here's the captain. She's had a wonderful tournament. Led her team to a World Cup. 33 years old. Began playing 12 years ago. what a story for Tipoch.
Bit of whiff. Clubbed. Should have been a single. Should have been a single there.
Well, the chat about whether they were a bit reluctant, very conservative. We saw against P&G, the way they chased it was a mature knock against P&G to put themselves a place in the final, but it's coming to a fault here.
Well, bowled. Lovely to see leg spinners operating with such regularity in this tournament. T20 cricket, you need leg spin or wrist spin, and you need pace if you're going to be successful. Flighted, goes big, goes leg side. Just clears mid-wicket. Wants two, won't get to. Well, everything that Bangladesh are doing so well. Everything Thailand tried, just not quite coming off.
Well, it's the difference in experience, difference in training. Really starts to come into light now. The ability to hit the boundary. Power hitting. Something that has to be taught and trained. Wider delivery again, just played really nicely, really light hands there. It's not going to get past Moni. But yeah, it is the difference, and we saw Bangladesh just turn the dial up, show what they're all about. It was a wonderful innings.
Chip leg side. His protection. Nice stroke all the same. Timing was good, but placement, unfortunately, straight to the fielder in the deep. 20 runs on the board, 4 wickets down, and we're halfway through the innings, so a lot of work to be done. Bangladesh this afternoon won the toss. They said we'll have a bat first. We want first use of this lovely wicket here at the Forfarshire Cricket Club on a sun-soaked day in front of a vast crowd. Lovely to see a good crowd in, enjoying the cricket, enjoying the sunshine and the weather. But it's been tough going for Thailand, who have been impressive all tournament. Superb all tournament, Thailand, but up against a really classy outfit today.
Well, it's a case of all the right shots, but in all the wrong places. Seems that Bangladesh have every area covered right now. I just wonder how Thailand are going to approach the tail end of this. They're going to play for a bit of pride here. They're going to go and have a big chase. We'll see how well they can do against this class outfit that is Bangladesh.
Little width on offer. Again, dot ball. Yeah, HSC, bit of practice I suppose, but it's a final. You want to try and win, you want to try and test yourself. They'll be in this situation again at some stage of their career, so whatever they can do here, they must learn from it. Win or lose, they need to learn from every experience. Chips at leg side. The main thing here for Thailand, they've come to this tournament, they've won the hearts of so many with their impressive performances with bat, ball and in the field. But most importantly, they've got themselves at the World Cup. That was the numero uno when setting on the plane to Scotland. They've achieved that first goal, which is, hats off to Thailand cricket and their side and all the support staff. But now it's a case of improving, learning, and learning quickly.
Just remember how competitive this tournament has been. Going in, there was about 4 teams, all with an amazing chance of qualifying, and then P&G snuck up there as well. And I think it's fair to say it's been played in such fine fashion, great spirit. It's been brilliant to watch all the games, no matter how many games have been rain affected up in Dundee or Arbroath. I've had the games played and they've been played well.
Well, straight through, nutmeg, straight through the legs. Back past the keeper. Should come back for a couple. Well, just while there's a little bit of a lull in the game and there's no 4s or 6s, I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite moment of the tournament so far?
It's a challenging question. Put me on the spot here. Have to have a think.
That's what happens when you're in the hot seat with the Irishman.
I think the obvious answer, something I was eager to see, is we just see this delivery push forward really nicely again, just straight into the hands the bowler. Tepoch doing nice work with the bat there. It has to be the moment 2 days ago when Thailand secured their place in the World Cup. We thought it could happen. It's gone high. And it just lands safely. Once again, Tepoch getting the ball aerial. Just not having that power to put it over the boundary rope. But yeah, it was something that we all thought could happen with that Papua New Guinea game. And I think it's such a nice story. The smiles, and they've been smiling all day when they arrived at the ground. You must have think they've been having the best 2 days of their lives. And having a very brief chat with Tepoch, the captain, just congratulating her. And I think you can just tell how much it means. And, you know, what was online and the fact that it has been this big project they've been aiming towards. And mission accomplished. Absolutely fantastic to see.
Very good. Very detailed. For a moment when you were put on the spot, you did very well, sir.
Thank you very much. That means a lot now. Thank
24 for 4. 11 overs bowled. Leg spin to continue. Short. Pulled away. Just evading the hands of mid-wicket. It might have been a little fingertip job. The old underarm. Well, nice to see a few shots in anger here. Not going to die wondering here, Thailand. Nice to see a leg spinner operating. Has she got the variation? Has she got a nice googly or flipper? Well bowled, good control. Excellent control. Well, interesting field. You got deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on and mid-wicket. There's no one from mid-wicket all the way around to point on the offside. Plenty of room. It's going to be a wide. Plenty of room to get down on one knee and sweep it. Anywhere between mid-wicket. It's a deep square leg, but miles away that. Down past fine leg, 45. It's easy runs. Went for it. Big appeal. The Mayor just pitched outside leg stump.
He called it right. He went on one knee and wanted to play the sweep shot. Just mistimed it slightly, clipped up. Almost hit the stumps, actually. And just crawled behind. And, well, it was the right idea by Tepoch there. She just sets herself again.
Flighted. Wants one, should get one. And there's no one backing up there. There could be overthrows. Unfortunately, just followed through too much of the bowler's end, so not able to get the extra run, but a good stroke. But I just think you got to play percentages now. There's no fielder in that vast region on leg side to the lefty. Got to try and eye it up there and manoeuvre the field somewhat.
We are just switching back. Putting a lamb now a long on. Just for the left-handed, right-handed combination of the batters here. Well, tries the forward drive there. Straight into the hands of Jyoti. Well, it's difficult. I think, like you said, you've just got to look for the gaps. The one thing that's going to the annoyance to me is just you're running these ones in this situation. Pause and look for the seconds. There could be an overthrow. Grab another run. Keep the run rate ticking over.
Flatter just hurrying onto the bat. Nearly squeezing through the gap. The overs are ticking by fairly rapidly here for Thailand. There's 12 gone. They're 28 for 4.
Well, 28 for 4. All Bangladesh right now as they're looking to head towards the winning spot, the first place position. This ICC Women's T20 World Cup qualifier in 2019. They'll be eager to put their hands on the trophy. Thailand, all the work to do in the remaining 8 overs. Said goodbye to Niall O'Brien. Joined once again by Isabel Joyce.
Yeah, it's been all Bangladesh today. They were dominant in their batting innings, and I'd say even more dominant in their bowling innings. And I'm just interested to see how Thailand get on in their final 8 overs. They need to get something out of this to take with them to Australia. They've not batted well enough, so they need to take the game on a bit. Down the wicket. Why not? Don't die wondering, Thailand. Give it a go. See if you can get a few boundaries. Make something happen. That's better. That's really well played. Beautiful shot. Down the wicket. Strikes it beautifully. And that's a brilliant shot. Well, Kubra will not be happy with that. Looks disgusted with herself. Better length. So just a few network issues here in Scotland. That's why you don't see any graphics on your screen. We're working hard to replace them, but at the moment it's pulled away well. Thailand are 34 for 4 from just over 12 overs.
Well, one packer there. Just showing a bit more aggression in this over. Nice advance down the crease. And hit a shot for 4. And then a sweep shot there into the gap at mid-wicket. Much better here. Well, this is the captain Tiposh showing a bit of resilience here.
Flatter. Looks to come down, but chops away. Well read from Khadija Tul Kubra. She's a really proud bowler, so she won't be happy that she's gone for a boundary in that over. A little bit of attacking play from Thailand brings to the end the 13th, but Thailand still way behind, 34 for 4. They're chasing 131, so just under 100 to get in 7 overs. Tall order on a difficult ground to score on. These two on just single figures. They'll want to see if they can get into double figures and keep on going.
Yeah, big ask indeed. Izzy. But they certainly are doing well. This little partnership here of one packer and Tiposh just putting a little fight in the end here.
Down leg. A rare extra for Bangladesh. I'd just like to see a bit of innovation from Thailand. They're just standing there a little bit waiting to see what the Bangladeshis bowl. They're very consistent. You can kind of tell from their field. So why not try something different? That one's through. I don't know. I'm not sure how that one's missed. Another coat of paint and she'd be gone.
Yeah, just caught the toe there. Almost looked like it was going to just bounce onto the stumps. Goodness me, that was close.
An unusual shot. Back foot shot from a very full delivery, but she scampers through for a single one packer. And Khatun coming around the wicket to the left-hander. They won't be happy that they haven't taken more wickets, Bangladesh. Yes, Thailand have not scored many runs, but their coach in front of us shouting. And no doubt she's telling them more wickets. Racing through their overs, Bangladesh. A lot of spinners, not a lot of runs being scored, so this game will finish a little bit earlier. Good pace. That's the one she turns, Salma Khatun. Bowls mostly arm balls. You might see this one come back in towards the stumps of the left-hander. Flighted. I can't beat the extra cover fielder. A wry smile from skipper Tiposh.
Yeah, hit that ball cleanly. A wonderful sound off the bat. Again, story of the day. There's a Bangladesh fielder in the way.
Slashed away. They go for a single. A shy at the stumps on the bowler's end, but she makes it through. Few Bangladesh fielders not happy with that effort. So 94 required from under 6 overs. Oh, sorry, from 6 overs. That's the end of the 14th. Thailand 37 for 4. Herculean effort required at this stage.
It's a fantastic word. I really like that word.
I don't think Niall would have liked it.
Yeah, well, that's probably the best way of putting it. They've had a wonderful tournament, but they've to be outmatched here by Bangladesh. They've played a classy game. A wonderful performance by Islam with the bat. And now it's the captain of Thailand to face.
A change of bowling from the nursery road end. Left arm slow. A full toss to start. Shayla Sharman not on the money, but almost snuck that one through. I think Tipoch got some glove on that, and that's why she's still out there. And the first ball for Shayla Sharman. Coming around to the right-hander.
Well, with just under 6 overs to go, I'd really like to see Thailand have a crack at this. They might not be able to get the final total, but I'd love to see them push towards a bigger total.
Long pack up, but mid-on is out, so she'll come through for a single. Not a huge amount to turn. Flatter, short, pulled away. But the field is set for it. 3 out on the leg side. Long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square.
Nice little partnership forming here between Wompaka and Tivoch. Batted well. Wompaka showed a bit of aggression previously. There we are again. There's going to be no run. Seems to be just struggling to hit the ball cleanly enough for it to find the boundary rope. That seems to be the greatest challenge right now. The bowling has been clean, accurate, almost perfect in some instances.
Work to the leg side. That's well played. But just the single. Yeah, so I think that Wompaka has struggled to get her feet in the right position quickly enough. When she goes back, she's still on the move. When she plays her pull shot, need to be still, need to have a good strong base to hit the ball strongly. Full sweep and caught. That's the first one that's been hit properly all over. And she hits it just well enough to be caught in mid-wicket. That's the end of skipper. So Tipoch has to go.
Well, really got hold of that. Like you said, it was the first one. It just kind of really hit off the bat, but it was just low enough. Low catch by Kubra there. Really nice catch as well. Had to bend down. That spells the end of the captain. That's the end of her tournament. A fantastic tournament for Tipoch. She's being applauded by her teammates. That's another wicket. Now 41 for 5.
Yeah, she's been brilliant. When her team needed her in the group stages, when they're in all sorts of trouble, she's made a few really good scores. And that is the end of her, though. She'll be disappointed not to make more runs in the final. But the real wicket taker, Shanida Siturang, makes her way out to the middle. She got a bit injured, didn't bowl her 4th over. Suffered a bit of tap early on, went at 9 and over from her 3. Unusual for her. And she got down on one knee, played it well, but just didn't get the elevation. Went neither up nor down. Too flat to the fielder. So Salma Khatun, the skipper, continuing from the pavilion end. Flat, too full to cut. Looks like she's in a hurry here, Ian.
It's getting a little bit cold. sun's gone. It's a little bit cold out in here in Forfarshire. I think from this position they also know the faster they finish this game, the faster they'll pick up the trophy, and the faster they can start working towards the T20 World Cup.
Appeals. But she's never left her crease, Wang Packet. Why not ask the question, says Jyoti.
Well, we've seen Chinita Sudarang come in. She's had a wonderful tournament. She's also been one of these rising youngsters in the rise of Thailand cricket. Started young, has had a wonderful tournament.
Here's that chance again. Jyoti thought she had her woman, and I'm with her. I think that one's out. None of her foot behind the line there. Jacqueline Williams, though, says not out. Chance, and that's out. A suicide run. Not sure why they've run that one. Shanita Suturang hardly even made an effort to get in. So was given not out the previous ball. Wang Paka decided to try and get off strike and has sacrificed her partner.
Yeah, it looked like the injury was kind of affecting that one. Was not running at full strength there. She has a smile on her face though. Wonderful tournament with the ball. Didn't quite work with the bat today. Suicide run out, yes. But a wonderful tournament for Suturang. That's going to depart. That leaves Thailand now on 41 for 6 in the 16th over.
So what can Anicha Kampanchu do? Chinita Suturang dismissed without troubling the scores. Anicha on strike. Back early on, and I don't think that's a good option. Too full, too fast, too flat, but she survives, and that's the end of the 16th. A really good one from the skipper. Thought she had a wicket earlier on with a stumping. That was a good shout, but the team effected a run out the next ball, and it's the slow march towards loss for Thailand, you'd have to say. Wang Paka back on strike. It's more left arm spin. And that's straight through. Really well bowled. Lots of movement in. Sailor, nice and full, goes under the bat of Wang Paka. She tries a big swing. It wasn't to be. And this is really, really good work from Bangladesh late on in the innings.
Yeah, had a wonderful innings. Wang Paka played really well. Kept the side going. Unfortunately, it was a shot too much there. She's going to depart. Again, a wonderful tournament here. Plenty to be proud of. Applauded by her teammates. And a nice innings. Yep, just straight through it looked. Bang, and the bails are off.
They played all around that. Hands away from the body, looked leg side. The ball just kept on coming in. So another new batter to the crease. We've Ratanaporn Padunglaird. On the money straight away, Sailor. Just getting a lot of drift into the right-hander. Not looking to turn it too much. Wider, slashed away. Pulled to that deep mid-wicket. Not too much damage done, just the single.
Well, we saw Anicha feature with the ball. earlier this afternoon. Did well.
Straight and too good for defence. This has been a very good over from Shayla. A good addition to this Pakistan team, or sorry, Bangladesh team. Very difficult to get anything on. She bowls very slowly, so you have to get some momentum into the ball. I think come down the wicket, play through the line, strong shots, take on that mid-off fielder. Top edge, that'll fall safe. Mid-on, out on the boundary. She comes in, but she can't collect Fahima Khatun. A very tidy over from Shayla Shah.
Well, the game just rounding up now. 43 for 7 after 17 overs. Just the 3 overs to go. Look at that. 130 for 5 after their 20 overs. An incredible knock from Sanjida Islam. 71 not out from 60 deliveries. One of the best knocks of the tournament for Thailand after 17 overs. 43 for 7. A beautiful bowling display so far. As you can see, it's 88 required off 18. Quite going to happen for Thailand. Not been their day. All Bangladesh. So say goodbye to Isabel Joyce. Welcome back, Niall O'Brien, into the commentary box for the closing stages of this match and also this tournament.
Oh, wonderful. Bangladesh, absolutely sensational performance. Nahida Akhtar, 2 for 4 from her too. As always, so impressive. Bangladesh, it must be said, have been wonderful today, playing like real champions. Left arm orthodox. They said T20 cricket would be the death of slow bowling in. They couldn't be more wrong.
Absolutely, couldn't be more wrong. It's become the most useful package for the team.
Yeah, I remember all those years ago in England, county cricket, T20 started. They said it'd be the death of slow bowling. Well, every team needs at least 2 good twirlers nowadays. You think of the Rashid Khans of this world, Imran Tahir. Let's pluck a few more names out of the hat. Mujib, Shakib Al Hassan. Fantastic spin bowlers plying their trade all around the world. IPLs, Big Bash. It's the skill you want to be. A spinner. And Bangladesh have some lovely spinners. They'll enjoy Australia too. They'll enjoy the extra bounce. Bit of turn, bit of bounce. They're nearly there, Bangladesh. They're nearly over the line.
Just pushed away nicely, and just the one delivery to come in the over. Really nice bowling for Nahida Akhtar once again. I think it's a 2 for 5. Fantastic display. It's 44 for 7. Bangladesh, absolutely extraordinary.
Flighted, goes leg side, goes big, goes all the way! Absolutely marvellous stroke into the stand and brings up the 50.
Oh, you love to see it. And the crowd here at Forfarshire have just had a big boost. Look at this. We've not seen a better shot all weekend. All week, pardon me. That's as good as they get. Big shot for 6. Where's that been all the innings? Ratanaporn, a huge shot. Suddenly, Bangladesh just a little dent to their enthusiasm there. And what's more important as well, is it's put a cheer and a smile on the faces of the Thailand team on the sideline here. They deserve to be smiling. They are still going to the World Cup.
That was a beautiful shot. It really was. Brought the 50 up. Down on one knee. Absolutely smashed it right out of the screws. We've seen some big maximums today, but that was probably the biggest. Well, held that one back nicely.
That was the end of the over. It also brought up the 50 as well. What a nice way to go for 50 for the team with a 6. With the 2 overs remaining. Can they do any more damage?
Goes big in the air. Safe. Chance of run out. Well, through the wrong end, I think, but just looped in the air. Thought it might be caught, then I thought it might be run out, but Thailand having a little bit of fun as the end draws to a near. It's been a wonderful day's entertaining cricket, enjoyed by a good crowd and very pleasant conditions. Flighted again. Swings leg side. There is protection. Should just be one. Really good throw into the bowler's end. Very powerfully thrown back in.
Get out the extras down the bottom. 4 wides. They've been very disciplined. Bangladesh, they've not let the pressure get to them. Has the pressure got to Thailand? You certainly think so. At the start of the innings for Bangladesh. Advances down the crease, hit hard. It's not going to find the boundary. There's a fielder there, long on. Khatoon doing the collecting duties. Well, it's just this aggression we're seeing from Ratanaporn. Not really seen it throughout the Thailand innings, Niall. Where's it been hiding?
No, but nothing to lose at this stage. Bangladesh, the closing in. Flighted. Closing in on a much-deserved win. They've been the best team all tournament. Head and shoulders above the rest. You felt from the outset it was most teams are scrapping out for that second position. Flighted, clobbered leg side. Good pick up, good return. Yeah, you felt teams were just going to fight it out for that second spot, and that brings pressure itself on Bangladesh as end of the 19th over. 54 for 7. The partnership's good. 13 off 17. As the sun drops on Forfeiture, wonderfully well looked after all week. Jahanara Alam again, wicketless. Bow well today. 2 overs for 3, 12 dot balls. Nahida Akhtar, 2 for 11 off 3. A wicket for Salma Khatoon, 1 for 4 off 4 overs. 19 dot balls. Khadiza Tool, 1 for 8 off 3. And Sharmin, 2 for 9 off her 3. 1 over to go. Nahida Akhtar's going to finish it. And I wouldn't bet against a couple of wickets here in the last over for the left arm twister. Playing a miss.
Well, you can say, expecting a few wickets with shots like that and swings like that. Going for the big pull shot to the boundary. Can't blame them. In this final over, Ratanaporn to hit that fantastic 6. Should be trying again here. But Nahida's bowled fantastically well.
Flighted wide Yorker. Plenty of loop, but gets it in the block call wide of the off stump. Nahida knows that Ratanaporn wants to slog it leg side. Doesn't want to give her the length to hit. Straighter. Excellent bowling.
Well, nice forward defence there. The final over. Difficult to see in a 2020 match. But brilliant bowling nonetheless. Ratanaporn, you've got to go big now. Come on.
In the air. High. Dropped it. Alam, I think it is. Jahanar Alam. The opening bowler. Well, it's disappointing. It's not going to have any relevance to the game. But Nahida Akhtar wanted a third, and it should have been pouched. Oh no, insult to injury. Drop catch, clobbered for 4.
That's good to see. Ratanaporn moves on to 15 now. Batted so well, and this is good. Thailand onto 60. Well, as you can see, 71 from 1. Impossible. But they've played so well throughout the whole tournament. Bangladesh's day today. 60 for 7. 1 delivery to come, and it's going to be Nahida Akhtar here to close off this game.
Swing and a miss. Nahida Akhtar closes out her spell. 2 for 17 for 4. And the Bangladesh players, they've won the tournament. They've been the best team for the last 10 days or so. Fantastic all-round performances. A couple of mementos for the Bangladeshi stars, taking a stump with them. Absolutely fabulous today. When you need to front up, you need to play well in a final. They batted superbly well. They fielded out of their skins and they bowled brilliantly. The best team on show all week here in Dundee. Thailand, excellent. Excellent performance all week, all tournament. They're going to a World Cup. They're happy. They've done exactly what the doctor ordered. Put performances in, game out. And they've got themselves on a plane to Australia. Bit of work to be done, of course. These are lovely scenes. Both sides played fair. They played hard. They've got respect for each other. These two are going to be a force in women's cricket for a long, long time. Excellent scenes here.
Well, it's great to see the smiles on their faces. They knew it was going to be such a tough task today to topple this Bangladesh side. And for Bangladesh, job done. They can tick that box. They knew it was going to be a tournament they needed to win. Head to the World Cup strong. Tough groups as well. Group A has got Australia and India, New Zealand, Sri Lanka. Group B, England, South Africa, West Indies and Pakistan. But these two teams will be joining them. In Australia, look at that. That's the captain there, Tipoch. An extraordinary effort by Thailand to get to the World Cup.
Yeah, job well done, Bangladesh. Job well done, Thailand. Wonderful tournament comes to an end. They were chasing 131. It was always going to be a tall order. Unfortunately for Thailand, none of the batters really got going. Jyoti, a couple of wonderful bits of work behind the stumps. Nahida, as always, taking wickets early on, and just two batters getting to double figures. Wampaka got 11. Ratanaporn at the back end. Bowl well today, as always. 15 not out from 14 balls. 8 extras. 60 for 7. Never really threatening the Bangladesh score. The bowling attack. Ian, talk us through these impressive numbers.
Look at that. Starting at the top. Jahanara Alam. 10 dot balls. No wickets though. Once again, but 2 overs. Just going for the 3 runs. Started very strong. The pick of the bowlers for me. Nahida Akhtar. Not pardon me. Shaila Sharman down the bottom. 3 overs. 6 dots. 9 runs. But the 2 wickets really kept the momentum going. Also 2 wickets to Nahida Akhtar as well. Again, 17 dot balls from her 4 overs. Impressive stuff. Salma Khatun once again. 1 wicket. Just the 4 runs. And again, 19 dot balls. Brilliant stuff. Just the 8 extras given.
Well, the sun's setting here at Forfarshire Cricket Club. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of this second innings. Nahida Akhtar. The previous ball turned past the outside edge. That one went straight on through the gate. Clean bowl that she's done so often. Really talented bowler. Chai Wai got going early. This is a good paddle. Really good, educated, well executed sweep shot. No fielders there. Chai Wai's stay was brief, unfortunately. Nahida Akhtar in on the act again. Lovely work by the left armour. Under edge. Excellent catch by Jyoti, who never misses anything behind there.
Well, Nanapat was having a go. And suddenly a beautiful bit of glove work behind the stumps there by Jyoti. Nanapat had to depart. We've seen Jyoti perform all tournament. And Chantam trying to have a go as well. But again, the Bangladesh bowling. That was a beautiful little spell. 2 missed opportunities. And right down the middle, a humdinger. An LBW.
Well, Wampaka was next to go. After stroking one to the fence. That was a nice stroke through mid-off. Smashed into the leg side, but unfortunately, one of those days for Thailand. Everything they tried just didn't come off. Smashed into the mid-wicket region. Nicely pouched. Everything Bangladesh tried turned to gold. Chanida. Well, she had a disappointing day with the ball, and it didn't get much better with the bat. A run out.
And then now Wampaka was having a go as well. And just bowled clean like that. Bails off. No greater sight in cricket. Yeah, really resilient effort with the bat. Wampaka, she was out there a while, putting up a little fight. As you can see, straight down the middle. But Ratanaporn was the story for Thailand. Bit of fight at the end. Look at this. How good is that? Straight for 6. Brought a smile to not just the Thailand team, but everyone at the ground. And of course, a 6 wasn't enough. Had to sweep 1 for 4 as well. Beautiful little ending there. A wonderful appearance by Thailand throughout. Played in such great spirits. Smiles on both the teams' faces. They're going to the World Cup, the Women's T20 World Cup in Australia. Brilliant.
Well, summary of the game. ICC Women's T20 World Cup Qualifier Final. What we all came for. Bangladesh, they won the toss. 130 for 5, led by Sanjida, who found form at the right time. 71 not out. Pick of the bowlers, Natalia, 2 for 31, I thought was excellent. Sullyporn, 1 for 13. In riposte, Thailand could only muster up 60 for 7. Pick of the bowlers, Shayala, 2 for 9 from her 3. Nahida, as always, 2 for 17. Khatun, 1 for 4 from her 4 overs. Bangladesh winning by 70 runs and progressing to the World Cup as champions. Thailand obviously will join them. Ian, it's been a wonderful tournament full of fantastic cricket, but your take on the tournament as a whole?
Massive success. We knew it was going to be very competitive between all the teams going in. We knew Bangladesh were the strong favourites. Thailand, Ireland as well going in as probably the 2 people that were going to fight for the second place in the final. Thailand coming on the back of that 17-match winning streak that was brought to an end by Scotland just before the tournament, and they deserved their place. But as well, disappointment for Ireland, I thought. Disappointment for Scotland once again. But again, Papua New Guinea, we saw them earlier today against Ireland. For me, they've been one of the stories of this tournament, and that's what it should be about, these global qualifiers, showcasing not just the big teams, but also the smaller teams. And Thailand, what a story they've been.
Yeah, I concur. PNG, the feel-good story of this tournament. Don't forget teams like Namibia, USA, obviously playing their part. But the main reason these teams came to this tournament was to get to the final and get to the World Cup proper in Australia. And Bangladesh and Thailand have done that, and they've done it with style through wonderful bowling, excellent fielding, and all-round good, smart cricket. So Bangladesh winning the final here at Forfeiture by 70 runs. Champions, and they'll be going to Australia as 9th seed. Thailand will be 10th. A wonderful opportunity to forge memories that will last a lifetime. We're just getting ready for the post-match, so we'll just hang in there with us a little bit, folks, while they set up the presentation party. Go over the score again. Bangladesh 130 for 5. Excellent batting performance. Sanjida was superb. Found form in the semi and then carried it through to the final. Thailand, unfortunately, one of those days, outclassed. 60 for 7. Bangladesh winning by 70 runs. And it's been a wonderful tournament, it must be said. Played hard, but played fair. I think we must give a little bit of a shout out to the ground staff, who've done a wonderful job in fairly testing conditions. The Scottish weather has played its part. It's kept us on our toes on and off the field, but the ground staff have been wonderful. Match officials have been fantastic. Not easy out there for the umpires. Been a lot of close calls, and they've done an absolutely fabulous job when they've been asked the questions. So all in all, I think it's been a very enjoyable tournament. We've unearthed some new stars, you think? Some new stars of the world game that are going to go on to bigger and better things. But for now, it's the story of Bangladesh and Thailand. So as the sun sets, Bangladesh and Thailand, they're going to join Australia, New Zealand, the West Indies, India, Pakistan, England, of course, some of the powerhouses of the world game. Just how excited are these players going to be?
Oh, I mean, it just shows the smiles they've had all day today, actually. Even when they arrived at the ground, it wasn't quite as nervy as they've had, you know, on previous days. They know the pressure's a little bit off just because they've booked that place on the plane. But it means so much for a team, for example, like Thailand. Only started playing cricket in 2007 with their international debut against Nepal. 2 members of that team made it all the way to here, and will hopefully, injury-free, make it all the way to Australia in 2020. But I mean, Bangladesh as well. Like I said, job done for them. They knew that they had to finish first in this, not just for funding, but also to make sure they go in as a statement of intent. Trophy in hand, and know they're going to have a go with the big people, with the big teams. You know, put a challenge. And today, very, very impressive in all areas of the game.
Yeah, there'll be players back in Bangladesh and Thailand that aren't in this squad. They'll be thinking, if I get my head down and work really hard, improve my game, you never know. I might sneak into the squad for that tournament. So, not just for the players that are here today who have qualified, it will have a knock-on effect. It will have a knock-on effect of all players back in the respective countries. Right, we're ready for the post-match presentation. Let's join Isabel Joyce.
Welcome to the post-match presentation for the ICC Women's 2020 World Cup Qualifier 2019. ICC would like to congratulate both teams for qualifying to the ICC Women's 2020 World Cup in Australia next year. Before we commence with the formalities, the ICC would like to acknowledge the efforts of the officials, volunteers and ground staff at Forfarshire and Arbroath cricket clubs and Cricket Scotland for their tireless efforts at putting on this event. And now, please welcome to the stage our presentation party. Will Glenwright, ICC General Manager Development, Angela Casey, Director, Cricket Scotland, and Tony Bryan, ICC Director and Chair, Cricket Scotland. Our first presentation is the ICC match officials. Will Glenwright will present. Graham LeBroy, ICC match referee. Claire Polisak, on-field umpire. Jacqueline Williams, on-field umpire. And Kim Cotton, third umpire. And congratulations to all of the match officials. Next, Will Glenwright will present the Player of the Match award for this final as nominated by the match officials. And for her 71 not out, it's Sanjida Islam. Sanjida, first of all, congratulations on winning the final. It's been looking like you were going to get a big score all tournament. What was the difference today?
Today is different. Is I try to play for long score. Our target is fast. We touch win and we choose to batting fast, and we are scoring for long score. That's why we target.
It was a little easier to bat today. Do you think that helped at all?
Sorry.
It was a little bit easier. The wicket played really well today.
Yes. Wicket is looking very good. For ball is coming up. That's why for easy to play.
So good signs for you going to Australia, where the wickets will be very quick.
Yeah, I will practice next time then.
Okay, well, congratulations and thank you very much. Well done, Sanjida. Next, Angela Casey, Director, Cricket Scotland, will hand over the award for the Player of the Tournament, which has been determined by an independent ICC-appointed panel. There were plenty of people putting their names forward for this. We had Papua New Guinea's Sabona Jimmy, 8 wickets with an average of 7.37 and 97 runs at 24.25. Scotland's Catherine Bryce had a sterling tournament, 168 runs at an average of 84 with the highest score of the tournament of 73. She also took 8 wickets at 5.25. But the winner for helping her team get to the final and qualify for the World Cup is Chanita Siturang, 12 wickets at 5.65. Chanita, you've had a fantastic tournament. It must feel amazing to help your team get to a World Cup.
รู้สึกดีไหมที่ได้ช่วยทีมไป World Cup
รู้สึกดีมากค่ะแล้วก็ดีใจตื่นเต้นที่ครั้งแรกได้เข้าไป World Cup ค่ะ
So she she's very happy and very excited to help the team get to the World Cup.
So 12 wickets in the group stages and the semi-final. You've really set your team up well.
เราสามารถตั้งทีมเราอยู่ในสภาวะที่ดีเรารู้สึกยังไง
feel good ค่ะ
It's a big responsibility opening the bowling and taking wickets early. How do you deal with that pressure?
เป็นหน้าที่ที่มีความกดดันเยอะนะเราhandle pressure ยังไงนะเรารับรองกับความกดดันยังไง
เราทำหน้าที่ของตัวเองให้เต็มที่มีเป้าหมายแล้วก็ตามแผนที่โค้ชให้ไว้ค่ะ
So it's just a matter of executing our plans, sticking to the plans and executing basically.
Okay, well, congratulations and good luck at the finals next year. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Angela Casey will now present medals to the runners-up, Thailand. So if you'll make your way up, Nataya Buchatham, Wang Pakaliang Prasert, Vanita Maya, Ratana Porn Padanglaird, Anicha Kamfancho, Narumal Chaiwai, Chanida Situruan, Nanapat Chongkang Karai, Saraya Leita, Rosanani Kano, Aria Yang Yuak, Sudiporn Leomi, Natakan Chantam, and Sornarin Tipach. Sornarin, please join me.
พี่ชาญ
So, Sornarin, a disappointing end, but you must be so proud of how your players have played to get you to this final.
ค่ะก็ทำวันนี้ไฟนอลวันนี้ทำได้ไม่ค่อยดีทุกคนรู้ตัวเองอยู่ค่ะแต่ว่าสิ่งหนึ่งที่เราจะกลับไปปรับปรุงแก้ไขแล้วก็จะกลับมาอีกครั้งในเวิลด์คัพปีหน้าค่ะ
So we didn't do really well in this final match, but there's a lot of room to improve, and then we're going to go back, do some homework, and see you at the World Cup.
And does a game like this,
Thank you.
a game like this give you an idea of exactly what you need to work on ahead of such a huge tournament?
ก็สิ่งแรกที่เรารู้เลยคือเรื่องแบตติ้งนะคะคือเราจะกลับไปแล้วก็พัฒนาเกมแบตให้เราดีกว่านี้แล้วก็พวกโบว์เลอร์ทั้งหลายเราก็จะทำงานหนักเหมือนกันนะคะทุกอย่างคือมีทุกอย่างที่เราจะต้องทำอะค่ะ
Obviously, a lot of improvement in various areas, batting being top of the list, and also keeping the bowling tight and fielding tight. So.
Well, it's been a pleasure to watch you. Congratulations, and we'll all be keeping an eye out on how you get on in Australia.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Well done. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
And now, Tony Bryan, ICC Director and Chair, Cricket Scotland, will give over the medals to the winners, Bangladesh. Jahanara Alam, Fargana Hope Pinky, Sobana Masri, Khadiza Chul Kubra, Fahima Khatun, Nigara Sultana Jyoti, Murshida Khatun, Nahida Akhtar, Sanjida Islam, Ritu Moni, Ayasha Raman, Shayla Sharman, Shamima Sultana, and Captain Salma Khatun. Salma,
Sachin,
come nice and close.
Bangla and
Sure, no problem. So, all tournament, you had one job to do, and that was win the tournament. Job done?
Yes.
পুরো টুর্নামেন্টে আমরা ভালো কাজ করছি ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ বলো তুমি বলে দেবো
It's a good tournament. আমরা আসলে টুর্নামেন্টটা অনেক ভালো খেলেছি আর এনজয় করছি সবাই আর খুব ভালোভাবে টুর্নামেন্টটা শেষ করছি
we played well and we enjoyed the tournament and we finished as a very good note.
And just a note on your opposition, Thailand, very new to this level. How good have they been all week to get to this stage?
তুমি কিভাবে চিন্তা করো তোমার অপোজিশন একদম নতুন থাইল্যান্ড দল একদম নতুন ছিল তো তুমি কিভাবে নিছো ওদেরকে
আসলে কোনো টিমকেই আমরা ছোট করে দেখিনি সবাইকেই ভালো করে দেখেছি কারণ যেহেতু থাইল্যান্ড টিম ফাইনালে এসেছে অবশ্যই তারা অনেক ভালো টিম না হলে ফাইনালে আসতে পারতো না
we don't take lightly Thailand because they played final naturally they're a good team there so they come to final we take it very seriously to Thailand.
So this is the last kind of thing before you go to the World Cup next year. You guys haven't really done as well as you've hoped in previous World Cups. What are you going to do to change that this time around?
তুমি যে গত ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে খেলছিলা ওইটা তো যেমন আমরা ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ খেলছিলাম কিন্তু এবার তোমরা ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে কি আশা নিয়ে যাবা
অবশ্যই আমাদের এবার ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপে আশা থাকবে যাতে আমরা সুপার 8-এ থাকতে পারি এটাই আমাদের টার্গেট থাকবে আর ভালোভাবে টুর্নামেন্টটা যাতে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ আমরা শেষ করতে পারি
we have target in 8 and we hope we next World Cup we finish as a good note.
So you've heard it here first, Bangladesh are coming for Australia. Very good. Congratulations, Salma Khatun. And you'll now be presented the trophy by Tony Bryant.
Thank you.
Make sure you can see me with both eyes. Even more. 3, 2, 1. Go nuts. Okay.
Wonderful scenes here at Forfarshire Cricket Club. 12 days hard work. Bangladesh, the absolute champions, on their way to Australia. Deserved winners. And this is what you play cricket for. Winning finals, winning trophies, getting your place booked on that plane. That big plane to Australia is going to take this wonderful side all the way. They've been the best team from the outset. They've played as a team. They've been wonderful with bat, ball, and in the field. They'll be watching. It's about 9 p.m. in Dhaka, Chittagong, Sylhet, Khulna, and all the wonderful places in Bangladesh. They'll be glued to their TVs. Fantastic performance. We want to thank everyone who's helped this wonderful tournament take place. The ground staff have been fantastic. All the match officials, all our camera crew for braving the horrible weather at times. But most importantly, we want to thank all the players and umpires for putting on a terrific performance, a terrific show. But for now, for myself and all the guys here in the commentary team, it's goodbye for now. Bangladesh have won. Thailand will join them at the World Cup. We hope you've enjoyed all the games. See you next time.